Well, basically took me just as long to go from not doing stuff, just having a basically blank placeholder screen on the stream for a long time. As usual. Took me about the same amount of time between then and the present to start speaking, even though I thought I was gonna be doing something like actually typing in before I actually started speaking in this thing, but I guess not right now. Not quite yet. But there we go. Yes, I guess we're playing dungeons for like at least a little bit before I continue with Curse of the Moon. Yes, hello default. What's this? What nonsense? Yeah, I know the dungeon as a multiplayer as a free feature now. I did notice that it apparently does have a multiplayer feature, but I literally just started basically noticing that this page exists today and fucked around with it for a little bit just a few hours ago, so can't say I know how that would work, but that's all I need to say. There we go. We'll be reading because my quality is gonna be so shit I can't actually read anything. Oh boy. Oh, you mean, well, I'll be reading out loud because you can't see the actual text on the screen. Yeah, I guess I can kind of do that. Well, try to do a brief recap of how this entire thing started. If I go back, how far back will it take me? Will it actually take me like, all back to... It will take me all the way back to the start of this seed, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, so... This was, this is technically my very first, basically attempt to muck about in this thing, and here's my starting prompt. I am Reversi, a rogue living in the kingdom of Larian. A steel dagger and a length of rope, and, well, a lot has happened since those words came up, but basically what are the focus? We can catch up to the present. Well, we started out trying to steal from a guy with a wagon full of valuables, but we did. Apparently we stole something very small and easy to conceal, but that was still kind of valuable. But we kept hearing this voice in our head that said that stealing was bad, and... well, basically the way that we were able to steal was we talked to the guy and he said that he needed help moving the cart, and we said, yeah, we'll help. So he like went away like a moron and left us alone. But then after that, when we did say that we did help him, we did, well, basically he said you should help yourself to something in return, so we said no, we're fine, and because we had already grabbed something and we went away, and we still kept hearing the voice that said that we shouldn't steal even though we technically hadn't stolen, and we went to sleep. Apparently we had a dream that we didn't actually learn about until afterwards, in which we went to a cottage in the woods and with a blue car in the driveway, and there was a guy, there were two people inside. One of them was standing, we didn't get a good look at that guy, but another guy was sitting down and he had no neck, but he also had an axe in his neck, however that works. And when we noticed that, we looked down and saw that we had a knife in our neck, but we don't remember anything else about that dream. And then we, even though this is like a medieval setting, we woke up. We were hungry. The fridge was locked for some reason, and we found a note saying that it was empty. And we went to like a cafe. We saw a guy that like pulled out a full course of pancakes and cutlery from his bag and then ordered more pancakes, and when we pointed it out, he left all of a sudden. Then we went after him and he said he was an FBI agent, and he asked us some questions about our dream, but nothing really came of that. We went back to the cafe and apparently we got a job making pancakes, but we couldn't eat any of the pancakes, and I don't exactly remember what happened after that. Let me see if I can get around here. Yeah, Franklin FBI. Even though we were in like the Middle Ages, medieval kind of setting, fantasy, there was FBI. Asked for pancakes, which somehow translated into being forced to get a job flipping pancakes. And oh yeah, we went back home, that's right. And we thought that we were gonna go back home and order food with the money that we got from that job. But instead, apparently there were a bunch of people who had shown up before we even got there to deliver food, and then they told us, we told them that they were hungry, and they ordered more food, and apparently we got a phone call. Hold on a second. Yeah, we got a phone call. And apparently we, at this point, I don't know if we were this at the beginning of the story, but apparently we were a girl with a nose ring, and our boyfriend, we get told that our boyfriend that we didn't know we had cheated on us, which made us sit down on a park bench and start crying, and then we woke up. Okay, so this is basically where we go to the present timeline, I think, or as close as that can get. We woke up outside the post office for some reason. We were just like on the ground. And this time our name is... we have a name, it's David something. We're no longer the girl with the nose ring. So we tried to get food from the post office, and apparently we did, and then it started to get late, and we started walking home, and then a guy stopped us and offered us a ride, and we took it. But then he got pushy, and we ran into the house. Because he did drive us all the way to our house, and locked ourselves in, and he tried to break in, but then we called the police. And, well, they showed up later, but apparently they came for a completely unrelated matter, and it was a murder, and apparently it was the murder of our parents who died in a car crash, and apparently the guy that was trying to break into the house was it's the same guy who killed our parents, so that's kind of what we're dealing with now. Looking to Detective Rinaldi and Detective Kirshner. We try to figure out like what our name is. It's David something. So Officer Crowley. Unfortunately, I don't think Crowley is here. Dear David Reynolds. Apparently I'm David Reynolds, there you go. It was gonna be a meme. And apparently our arch nemesis who killed our parents and tried to kill us is John Caskins, and apparently too the cops are taking us to join a gang called the Wolves. And apparently we accept, because that's gonna get us close to getting revenge on that guy, so let's see. We're hearing about that apparently the reason that our parents were killed was because our father was a spy for the British. Okay, and we're basically caught up now. Let's see. You also think back to the man that we're speaking to you at the gas station, which is something that this is the first time that's ever come up, so... no. Let's build on that for a little bit. Do you know anything about the people at the gas station? Because I sure don't. We know that he was working with them. They're probably just goons that he's hired. Why would he do that to be safe, I assume? Okay, by he, do you mean Caskins? Yes, okay. Well, that was a straight answer, there you go. What makes you think it's him? We intercepted a letter from him to some hitman. What did the letter say? Well, what did the letter say? Something that it keeps doing. It ends on like a question from me, but it doesn't actually input the question into the thing. Kirshner. What did the letter say? I need an answer. I don't know why you're not just giving it to me. If you want to know so badly, it said to meet at the gas station in exchange for a large sum of money. How do you know it was directed to a hitman? Although this is pretty fitting music to hear after we learned that apparently our dad was a British spy. Let's see. Oh, hello, Landa. Hail and well met. Because that's what it said in the letter. What else was in the letter? I'm listening. I don't know. Sometimes it like implies that there's something, yeah, kind of incomplete. Some, not quite all their information that we're missing, but it doesn't actually reveal it until I put in something there, which is kind of annoying, but it seems to be working fine at this point at least. There's also a photo. Didn't get a good look at the man in the photo, but the gas station owner identified him. It doesn't prove anything. How do we know that doesn't prove anything? Okay, I'm gonna hydrate in real life first. Thank you for the hydration. And it's back to having a thing full of ice, and also this like cucumber lemon water. That's actually pretty good. Cucumber lemon. So I'm gonna try to hydrate in the game as well. Take a drink of water. Hope this doesn't screw up the narration. Okay, we took a drink of water. Not saying it's him with certainty, I'm just saying all the evidence points to it being him. Okay, well, what did this hitman do you know? I thought that getting home was gonna be basically the end of the story for this scene. But then this whole other storyline is developing and going for basically as long as all the other ones, and we have like an actual, you know, objective and a nemesis to deal with. Let's see. But apparently planning to meet your father at the gas station, so he was just an impatient goon and not a hired killer, perhaps. And, well, I don't. Does that mean that, what the fuck was his name? Caskins? The evil villain that we're trying to have revenge on, I guess. Has, like, followers. Or people that work for him, I don't know. I'm not in the game any longer. Okay, so this guy who's like... He said he was a cop, and then he said he was gonna take us to join some gang, which... If I'm following the narrative correctly, we're currently in like a van that it didn't clarify when we got in that van, but we're being taken to like the headquarters of this gang that we're apparently being told to join. That's where this conversation is taking place. Let's see. Wouldn't know I'm not in the game any longer, so you're telling me that my father, a decorated war hero, is a traitor? Is there... Is, what the fuck is his name again? Caskins politically motivated? We're getting into hot topics here. No, I said he was a patriot. He was just in it for the money. Your father had another secret. What other secret? See, this part is easy because it's like it's making up the things, the interesting stuff for us. He was involved in the Jacob Jones gang. He was a bank robber? No, he was one of the gang. What did the gang do? So he was a spy and a criminal. Is he like a double agent? Okay, so wasn't a bank robber, but he was one of the gang, but the gang robbed banks. Okay. We all came from nothing and made our way up through crime. Okay, so wait a second. It's the second gang that's been mentioned in this. So are you with the Wolves or the Jacob Jones gang? He said that the first gang that they were taking us to join was called the Wolves. Just laughs. Well... Sometimes it just doesn't take like the response and it tells you to try again, but this time it's not being very picky about that. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Well, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub, Lambda. And even though the frickin' the bot doesn't show the correct like streak progression, I can read it out to you right now. Because I can actually see it on like the thing from... It doesn't display on the, what do you call it? The Fontificator thing either, but... Let's see... Total of 33 months, which is nearly 2 years, basically. And he's currently on a 4-month streak, in spite of what the bot says. I should probably just edit that message and tell it to, not try to give the streak, because it's not gonna pick it up properly. But yes, thank you for the sub. Enjoy your Bob, enjoy your, I would say double channel points, but I think they fucking nerfed it so that it's no longer double channel points if you have a sub, but it's like 1.6 or 1.8 or something like that. Which kinda sucks, but especially doing it after it's been active for this long, but well, what are you gonna do? There are no ads, I think that's another thing. Am I supposed to give you more hydration now? I don't know. You could also save up for a Dark Souls 1 randomizer, though. That may take like 3 months or something. But also add one of those like joke rewards where it's like 1,000,000 points and it's something like secret or silly, but I don't really see the point of doing that quite at this point. Yeah, maybe one day I'll do that, but let's see. Anyway, let's see, where were we in the story? Was never with either of them, I'm a freelancer, says the guy that's just said that he was in the... he just made his way up through crime. So now he wasn't in any gang. Well, as you can tell, I'm just probably gonna end up hydrating on my own at this point. Just talking. What are you doing in Elkstern? Never heard of the place? Is that me talking? I think that's supposed to be me talking. So I don't know what... I guess I'm in the story supposed to know about Elkstern, even though this is the first I've heard about it. I've never heard of the place, so I guess we're gonna play along and pretend that we know. Bad things happen in Elkstern. How do you spell this? Elkstern, you know. Is the randomizer Dark Souls 1 or Dark Souls 1 Remaster? Well, I don't know, honestly. I don't know if there's... I guess at this point I would have to say it's the old version, the Prepare to Die version, because that's the only one that I've actually gotten a randomizer working on before. I haven't really looked into that with the remaster. Well, I guess tentatively, at this moment at least, it would be the old version, though I have to look into the... to see if the new one has a working one or what. The gang was killed, most of them. What about you? I maybe not alive, that's all that matters. So, you're no longer in the gang? But you were in the gang at some point in the past. Correct, okay. The same man I'm new? No, I'm not. Have we met before tonight? I think this is going in an unexpected direction all of a sudden. Oh, you've never had the pleasure of meeting me, but... Excuse me, what? Okay, I'm gonna read this line one more time. No, you've never had the pleasure of meeting me, but we have met before tonight. So, what is he trying to say? I guess you could interpret that as being, are you saying that you knew who I was before, but I didn't know about you? I guess that's potentially the implication. Not really, just a feeling I got. Okay, that makes perfect sense. Then why did you say, well, I guess if you can't actually see this. Are you saying that you knew who I was before, but I didn't know about you? Not really, it's just a feeling I got. Can you explain this feeling to me? I don't know, I'm not psychic, if that's true. Okay, so then why did you say you knew me? Thank you for attending my TED Talk in the server. It's no problem. Because I do, he says. You're claiming that you knew what I did before I even told you, not exactly, but I get where you're going with this. Do you know what I'm going to do when I find Caskins? I have an idea, yes. Well, you're either delusional or you're planning something that I'm not planning to do. Is that me speaking? I don't know where that came from. You're either delusional or you're planning something that I'm not planning to do. I don't know how much further this conversation can progress, so I don't know. How much longer until we get there, by the way? Oh, about half an hour. Are you shitting me? I just said the police were on this case. They are, but so far they haven't caught him. Okay, you know what? We're gonna switch to actions. Let me see what happens if we eventually get to the theoretical ending of this freaking car ride. Let's try it. Say... I'm tired of talking and wait for the end of the ride. Just wanted to tell you that your father was a good man. Didn't think you'd want to hear it from some stranger on the street, so I took the initiative. You shake your head. Okay, so... Let's see. I guess we just stay quiet and wait for the end of the ride. Just same kind of deal, but with a different kind of prompt. No, he's still trying to talk to us. What the fuck? He says, it's not my fault if you weren't man enough to help him out, but with all the rage you seem to carry around. Stare ahead, contemplating your response. Let's talk for a little bit again. Yes, dude, just let it go. I said I'm tired. So you should know the truth as you seem to be looking for it. The man Kirschner gets off the ride, you follow suit. Okay, so follow behind Kirschner, I guess. Did you finally get to where we were going? Seems to be the suggestion here. Dude, thanks for the ride. Probably wondering why I didn't tell you the truth about my father. What the fuck? It's a long story and probably boring you, so I won't bother telling it. So is he talking about his father now? He's thanking me for the ride, what? Or I guess I could interpret that that's us talking. That would make a lot more sense, but like, why are we all of a sudden saying that? Let's see. How can we possibly follow this up? I guess we don't have to say anything more, just keep following. Go into the... I don't know, see where I am now, I guess. It doesn't know what to say. Okay, we hit a dead end. I don't know, examine my vicinity, I just misspelled that. Damn. You and the mechanic walk through the no-closed amusement park. God damn it, so now we've like warped sideways through time and now we're with a mechanic. And we're walking through an amusement park, so how long have you known my father? And why are we... We could try to make some kind of effort to link this back to the previous storyline and see what happens. Why are we in an amusement park? Is this where the gang is? Yes, that's why I came to get you. How did you know where to find me? Why did I say that? Going over this. Are you making me repeat myself? You're likely to be at the park, so I just came here and looked for you. Nope, I've never been here before in my life. You just brought me here. I figured I would throw you off the trail, but anyway, I guess I'll tell you why I came to get you. Didn't you say it was because you wanted me to join some gang? I thought that was the narrative. I wanted you to join the crew. Okay, that's the third gang name that's come up. It was like... First it was the Wolves, then it was the Jacob Jones gang, and now it's the Crimson Talons. After talking to you, I thought maybe you'd be better off with the Dark Horses. Why did you come at all? Are you trying to confuse me? Is this all connected to Caskin somehow, or is that a lie too? And let's just make a really long sentence now with like 3 clauses. That guy was just some random maniac and you're just crazy. Because yeah, that whole storyline... Well, apparently we called somebody else and we were told that our parents were dead, so... that matched up with the story that we were given. It's a little of both, actually. But you said you were in psychic. Have you been... I don't know. Can you do something to me to try and convince me that what you were saying is the truth? Now we're getting into the real meta storyline. I didn't hypnotize you, if that's what you're asking. I'm not that kind of psychic. What exactly did you do? I made a lot of suggestions. I guess I fell for them. But to what end? Wanted to help you kill... No. Wanted you to help me kill the leader of the Crimson Talon just to prove I could do it. It would have been an extra set of hands and a voice of reason for me. Okay. If this has nothing to do with me, then you can forget it. I'm going back home. I guess we've knocked down his deception. Oh, the AI doesn't want to take that statement. Okay, let's try that again, but without the second clause this time. Look, I told you my story now, it's your turn. Why are you really here? What do you mean? I followed you, you idiot. If anything, you're the one who should explain. Let's leave it at that. Let's see what happens. Reasons are personal, I'm asking you, why are you really here? Got the dime to help my dad. What? Sick or something? So now we're making money for your dad. I guess we no longer believe that he's dead. I guess we're gonna say probably not, but if everything you told me was a lie, then I'm guessing he's still alive. Well, he's alive alright, just not in the best of health. Okay, he's just lying to us again. He's a drunk, is that it? What? Sergeant in the Merchant Guard. What is this word salad? What? You know what? Let's try to get away from here and see if we can do that. Stop listening to the man and walk away. At this point we're, I don't know, we're just going under the idea of it. But now he's gonna be annoying and trying to follow us. We had a gun, right? Or a gun. I'm pretty sure that we had a gun in at least one other scene that we pretty much pulled out of thin air. Because, you know, this engine allows us to do that, but if this does follow the same kind of... what would you say? If this does follow the same kind of continuity, which I don't know if I can even expect that much, then we should still have a gun. And even if not, then we're just pulling another gun out of things. Pull out my gun and threaten the guy. Tell the man to stop following. What the hell? I'm serious. Alright, look, my name's Kirshner, I work at a place called Clayton Hospital. Oh Christ. Don't... Everything you told me was a lie. Now shut up and leave me alone. So Kirshner was the real villain all along. Haskins was probably a fake name, as he was just like a random crazy guy. He's like a rapist or something, I don't know. That was the truth. It's too late for that, okay. Now, let's try doing a hybrid action here. Say, it's too late for that, and sprint in the opposite direction. You gotta use the remember function for stuff like that, but even if you don't, you can just pull it out of thin air anyway. I guess we're just doing this completely vanilla with no customizations at this time. You sprint down the street in the opposite direction. Okay, so now we're in the street even though we were in an amusement park before. Maybe we got out and got onto the street that was outside the amusement park, I guess. That's not completely unbelievable. Stop, you keep running. Stop or I'll shoot. Man fires his gun at you but misses. You missed me. Keep running and try to out-maneuver... How do you spell it? Maneuver the man? Maneuver, out-maneuver... Fuck. Let me briefly look up how you spell it. Over here, I guess. How do you... I'll just put this word. Sure it's not like this? Hold on. Outmaneuver, according to this. Is that not how I wrote it the first time? Well, let's go. Either way. Keep running and you keep dodging. The man shoots again but misses again. What's your name? Oh boy, he's asking me what my name is while he's shooting at me. Man keeps running after you, but he can't keep up with your face. Keep running until... I don't know. How do we raise this? Until... I'm positive I've lost him. Keep running as fast as you can, but the man keeps pace with you even though... What the fuck? Even though we just got told that he couldn't do that. What? Do you believe in ghosts? I don't know. Let's try another long sentence. Go... Sprint around... Wait for the man... And around the corner, wait for the man to... come by... Then... trip him up. Will this work? Will this... he falls and drops his gun. Okay, I guess it worked. I see you've got some fight in you after all. Take the gun and point it at the man. Now tell me who you are. Except I don't want to know who he is. You know what? Shoot the man and run away. Let's see if this works. Shoot the man and he clutches his chest, he falls to the ground even though he was already on the ground. Blood seeping out of his shirt. Drop the gun and run away. You can't have like more than one major action. Run. Let's see, run down the alley leaving the man behind. Hey, get back here. You won't get away with this. Keep running, you know you got a good head start. Okay, let's try shouting back into the alley. You idiots, no, he was the one chasing me and shooting at me, right? I guess now we killed the man and we are being chased by somebody else. We need to find the girl, she's the one who's causing all these problems. Boy, you shot him, he could have just been trying to shoot him. I don't know who the second person talking is, if that's me or not. It's like a weird postmodernist interpretation of the French film La Jetée, which was the basis for the movie 12 Monkeys, because at this point I would be willing to believe that. What girl? The girl the guy was talking about. The girl that's been terrorizing Clayton. I guess that's an actual... You know, an actual continuity thing. Never even heard of such a... I did hear about Clayton though. I guess we can just, we just can't be talking back and forth even though we're supposed to be running away. Must have been listening to him. That man is a drunk. He's been talking for days about a girl who's been terrorizing Clayton. What girl? So now it's just... Now it's just echoing stuff that I've said. That's, kind of interesting. I think I'm only going to be doing this for like a couple more minutes and then I'm going to like switch to the actual game, because I'm guessing that you can just keep this going forever if you do it. I had like an actual interesting storyline going on for a minute there, but I guess it's already gotten. Oh well, because this could be like a good, if you just leave it on the unbridled, unrestricted mode, this could potentially be a good like tool for coming up with basic outlines of stuff, premises. He's been talking for days about a girl who's been terrorizing Clayton. Was he telling the truth or not? Yes, he was telling the truth. So I don't know what you're talking about. The killer, the riots, everything, she did it all. She's behind it all. How is that even possible? Is it really gonna be like the fucking... like 12 Monkeys where it's like, nope, The big surprise at the end is that one guy was behind it all. I don't know, but we need to find her to kill that man just because he talked to you. She's the killer. Why didn't you stop him then? And just because he talked to you, she killed that man, even though we're the ones who shot the guy. She's the killer, so I think we know that that's a lie because we shot the guy. Why didn't you stop him then? Now, stop the guy that was killed because they're talking about a girl who killed a man. Also, that's a lie. I killed him because I'm the one who actually knows this. So you admit to it, yeah. He annoyed me, so I shot him. You can ask his corpse over there. So why did you kill him? Because he did some weird psychic suggestion shit to me to try and get me to help him kill some gang leader. I don't know. It's very confusing. Oh, I misspelled it. You don't know. That's the other response. You tell me he was too busy being annoying and I got pissed and shot him, yeah. Why did you try to kill the gang leader? I didn't. But I shot him because he was chasing me and shooting at me first. And he did also have a gun. Ah yes, of course. Looks like you're off the hook this time. I'm off the hook. Does that mean this can finally come to an end? This would actually be the perfect way to end this, yeah. Deus Ex Machina. Yes, the police have decided to close this case as undetermined and walk away for a bit. That's good. I suppose we're off to go home now. You know what? Obviously I can still do stuff, but I think that's gonna be the perfect way to wrap up this storyline. See if there's anything we can do too. I like that. It's like a perfect... It's like in the fucking Odyssey. It's Deus Ex Machina. There's probably some kind of functionality that you can use nowadays to like save the stories automatically. I think I'm legitimately just gonna do this for a couple of minutes so I can select the whole thing and just copy this to a text document so I can record this for posterity. I think that's legitimately the best way to end it, like I said. It's like fuck. The original Deus Ex Machina, where it's at the end of the Odyssey. And still an unresolved conflict, which is the parents of the people, the suitors that Odysseus killed. Want to kill him, want to get revenge, and when they go to attack him, literally just Athena comes down from the heavens and says, okay, no, fuck you, this is over, you need to stop now. And because she's one of the gods, they're forced to obey, so it's like, pop, the story's over, it's like that. Oh dear. That's actually a pretty good ending. I suppose we're off to go home now, so that was my brief foray into AI Dungeon, I guess, which I just kind of spontaneously decided to do because, I don't know, I've been using it for a little bit today and I thought it would be kind of funny to do that on the stream for a little bit. And, you know, that storyline with the fucking guy who killed our parents and was trying to kill us for some reason was, like, kind of legitimately intriguing, but then it just evaporated into thin air as any and all storylines in this thing are wont to do, so now it's time for us to play the actual video game that I'm playing today, so please stand by as I get Curse of the Moon 2 started up, which is gonna be something which I'm gonna be a lot less eloquent with when trying to commentate. Also, hold on, let's see. We're gonna stop the music playlist even though this is a song from Psychonauts, the Psychonauts soundtrack, which is written by Peter McConnell, and something kind of funny about that is that I was recently investigating the soundtracks of various, how would you say, I guess, adventure games? Yeah, adventure games. For a thing, I guess we're gonna get rid of the crop thing that we used for the browser window there, there we go. And apparently Peter McConnell did a lot of work for like LucasArts games. And recently he's been doing work for you know, Double Fine games. which is what, the Psychonauts thing is linked to. Makes sense, but there's like one game that I can remember. I wrote like just one of the songs in the soundtrack and every other song was written by somebody else. Let me see if I can find it, because I should have it in like... let me reference for my adventure game research here. The Irony Curtain, yeah. It's a pretty new adventure game called Irony Curtain from Matryoshka with Love, and apparently like as you can kind of tell from the name, it's like a parody of like the Cold War and what have you. Apparently he made basically the theme song for that game, and then he didn't do any of the other soundtrack songs, he just did that one. Well, let's see, let's do button configuration. This should be, no wait, because I'm using the keyboard for this. I might have to restart the game again, because I stupidly forgot to connect the controller before I started the game, so let's see. Let me do this. The answer is no, it won't. Hold on. Start the game. I'm still a little bit blown away by that fucking thing, that little window that pops up if you click the X, because I guess it kind of reminds me of the... Okay, now it works. Kind of reminds me of the interface of the MAME emulator, the arcade emulator. Or if that's on purpose, or if it's just like a sloppy leftover. Pretty sure that only shows up if you click the X though, so I would be willing to bet on the second one, but whatever. So let's return to this game in which, as I said, I'm probably going to be a lot less eloquent. I can actually switch the difficulty when loading into the file, so you're not hard-locked in the difficulty that you pick, it seems. You can really change it back and forth if you just reload your file. Infinite lives and no knockback occurs when taking damage in this. Well, we've been doing the whole game in Veteran so far, so I guess we're gonna continuing with Veteran. Made it to level 7, I think, so yeah, previously in Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2, we defeated a pretty dang tough sarcophagus boss, and now I guess we're off to the next stage, which we haven't tested out at all, because I was so tired when I got to the end of the previous stage. Pretty much didn't even want to consider... oh shit. Didn't even want to consider fucking taking a look at the next stage, basically. Oh no. I get the feeling that what I find here is only going to vindicate me in that decision. Let's go up here. Pretty sure we determined that I think pretty much all the power-ups that there are like permanent upgrades in this game that we can find. Probably gonna found in the mandated paths anyway, so there's really no particular reason why we should not follow the suggested paths that the skeletons point us to. So pretty much just leads to us skipping some screens and conserving our resources and what have you. Ooh. Well, this looks fun. Let's see. What am I doing? I'm trying to... I'm pressing the wrong button. Attempt to switch between characters. What I'm doing. See, we obviously can't get over there. I don't think that we can get over there even if we bounce off the lamp with what's her faces. What do you call it? Wait, what's her faces power, but actually I think that something might have been possible if I did that. I just kind of screwed it up by not doing that. Shoot. I'm pretty sure that I want whatever's up there in the top left. It looks like it might be like an armor upgrade of some sort. Well, hold on a second. I feel like hope might not yet be lost. Let me see. Maybe if I do this, and then if I do this, yeah, I end up like almost making it all the way there. What if I try that, but a little more judiciously close to the edge here? Maybe this will actually be the... No, never mind. We can make it without Dominique. Thought that we were gonna have to do something like bounce off the lanterns with Dominique and then use that cheat to give us the boost. needed to get all the way over there, but I guess that was not the case. Never mind. I'm okay with this, I guess. Do I want to change? I'm pretty sure that the starting powers that we get with these characters are like not really what you would call not necessarily something you would want to change, basically. Shoot. Christ. Not really sure how you were supposed to avoid the damage from that robot, but okay. Just as long as we have a couple of these things, we can try to get ourselves a bit more, get back a little bit of health with, what's his face over here. Sangetsu. I'm trying to remember what all the characters are called now, because I'm apparently really, really bad at remembering their names. Sangetsu, Dominique, Robert, I think, and Hachi. Okay. Shit. Yeah. Guess we're just gonna shoot this thing with, this dude. I guess that's when we can do this. We can. What can we do? We can get close to him, dodge away, and then just use Robert to shoot him as he tries to walk away from us. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this one we absolutely have to use Dominique. We might as well collect the heart, even though I don't think we need it. You know for a fact we don't need it, because, you know, I can see our health bars. But that might help us get a little bit more of... what am I trying to say? Why am I so bad at remembering words today? Help us get a little bit more points, which that's what I was trying to come up with. Points, and with these points we can potentially get another extra life trigger, which I get the feeling is going to be necessary in this here stage. Let's see if we can cheese the statue from all the way over here. But you can also kind of try to cheese those candles with Dominique established before. You know what, let me take a quick step back here, because I think even if we don't switch, I think it's gonna be safer to do this. Yeah, shoot. Well, safer to do this if I can get the timing down right. One pass here, and then there we go. Timing. I can shoot that thing. This is extremely Castlevania 3. These rotating platforms that look like they're connected to gears. That's Castlevania 3, and you become extremely paranoid about being liable to die at any time. Let's see. Should be able to shoot this candle here and then. Damage that way. Switch into Dominique, because I get the feeling it's gotta be possible to get past this screen without Dominique, but I get the feeling that it would be just that much more spooky. That much spookier. Shit. What's this guy gonna do? Probably gonna shoot at us very aggressively. Sure, it wouldn't be as simple as yeah. I'd have to do some kind of special trick to be able to take him down. Because let's see. Apparently right now he's not gonna be harmable for attacks, so it seems. What about if we try to harm him with okay. What if we try to harm him with this? It's not gonna be good enough, so I get the feeling we're gonna have to like come up with a way to this little candle. But basically be able to get up there and hold on. I don't know if it's gonna be something to do. Oh, hold on. Just got a secret that I didn't didn't realize that I was looking for, that I was gonna be able to find. I don't know. I'm still being quite bad at articulating things. Okay. Literally just finished the game that's all about articulating things. Yeah, I get the feeling that the trick to getting to that dude and killing him is just to hit him with melee attacks. But maybe we could have gotten to him with Dominique, but I kind of messed that up because I didn't realize that was going to be the kill and all. I don't even know if we would have been able to bounce up there, but well, let's check out what's this way. I get the feeling I know because I see these fucking statues in the background. But Let me do this, actually. Pop a couple of those things out. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I didn't realize I could do this. Apparently, if they don't charge you, they can hit you with... Like, they can hit you from quite a long distance away with firebombs. If we just try to, I don't know, tease our way past this room, might be worth it. Probably is worth it. I just realized that there's the same kind of machine that fucking Hachi has. I wonder what the implication could be there. Let's see, who's missing more health? Is it Hachi? No, it's definitely this guy. Wow, that's a lot. Thank you for that. I see those stairs up there, and I get a question how he could possibly get up there. Hold on. Need to pull up some kind of ridiculous trick. I don't think that's gonna work either. Maybe if we did like a 3 combo with fucking doing this and then bouncing off the torch, which I don't even remember if it was right over here. Dominique. Switching to Hachi, which would be pretty fucking tricky considering how he's 2 bottom presses away from Dominique. Whatever, can't do it anyway. I guess that means I need to pay more attention. Yeah. And already we're dead. Oh, but we're right here. But we've also lost our ability to, you know, actually be able to damage this dude from a distance, so... Okay, so we definitely want to go that way if we can. Which is gonna be pretty tricky, considering... See about this... It's this room at the moment. Okay. Apparently it wasn't quite as tricky as I was expecting. Let's see. Might actually need Robert for this, or not, never mind. We did it. Now what do we... Ooh, pretty sure I want this down here. Just grab some stuff. I'm pretty sure we're gonna drop straight down here. Want that? I'm sure that only Dominique can pick it up, so let's have her pick it up. Let's actually have her use it now. It should work now, right? Because, yeah. It's a one-use thing, but it's for resurrecting a party member. So it's good stuff. Okay, oh shit. And we need him pretty badly if we fucking stuff like that in this room. This is really scary, actually. We hit this thing from here? No, we cannot. Oh, and we can... Something we can do, however, is get shot by that or get knocked back by that fucker in meter. We do it again. That'd actually be, like... If we can get this again, which we can. No, we can't, because she's the one that died. Fuck. Never fucking mind. But because she's the one that died, that means that we also have a... We have Robert in our party, right? Let's see if we can... make this work, I don't know. I think you're gonna have to shoot that fucking green face from over here. But I guess we'll jump like this to get up here. Because I doubt whether it's possible at all for you to be able to get over there with the green face not being destroyed. Tell you though, this room is still spooky as shit, I still think that, but damn it. Oh, yeah, I'm dead. Still spooky as shit, but I was gonna say maybe not quite as bad as the other room, the one that was... basically the sequence of rooms that we needed to follow to get the... to get to the boss at the end of the previous level. Still is like the most difficult and potentially unreasonably difficult part of this whole game, but how's this gonna work? That's what I'm wondering. I have to get over there in pretty quick sequence, and whatever, I guess we're doing this. Pretty quick sequence, and even more so if we're hoping to get rid of that face. Okay, I guess we can just ignore the hazard of the spikes if we just use Hachi. It's nice, but even without him, worry about. Or even with him, I guess. Even seem to take out the spikes. Okay, right here. Where's that guy? Oh dear, sure hope we get another checkpoint before the end of the stage here. Apparently we want to go up there, but I guess one way that we could potentially go up there is doing this. There we go. But then can we get over there even now that guy's out of the way? No, we would be Dominique. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a moot point. Dominique or Robert could have done this with either of them, I think, but we don't have either of them, so fuck. Feel free to join numbers Discord sometime. I even poster, yeah. Tiny little place, but it's a nice little place. I guess we're going this way. Oh, and this time though. Oh, what was up there, but I guess if we go this way we get another checkpoint, so... It looks like we might actually be coming up to a boss or something, that's what it's... oh no, get the fuck it. You know what, fuck this, I'm gonna... I think that makes sense. I get the feeling they expect you to do that based on the fact that there's so many of these fucking things here, these jars. Oh, we survived. And we've almost got an extra life. Shit. I don't like these Sema creatures. But you probably knew that already. You can destroy these things, right? Yeah, we can. Thank Christ. I get a feeling that fucking Sengetsu is gonna be a valuable asset here. Okay. Before we even go any further, let's get this thing. Then I guess we're using Hachi's power so we can safely throw this platform. That was almost bad, because I'm pretty sure that we were at the apex of that thing with... Shit. Really? That makes us fall through the platform we're on? That's kind of shitty. Well, whatever. If we're at the apex of this thing with Hachi, I'm pretty sure that we're guaranteed to get hit. Screw this. I'm just gonna... I'll get over here and then not be able to... Ooh. You know what, we need this health. So this one tiny thing of health that we... I should be able to kill this thing with a couple of strikes, but we missed the second one, so I don't think we're gonna be able to do that anymore. Nope, we're not. So, I need some better timing to be able to platform my way up the anything, really. To switch to the other side of the cycle. It's not too bad actually, but I really would prefer for me to be able to get that other thing of health under, but I guess we're not going to. Yeah, boy. Maybe another long hallway where the sensible thing to do is going to be to just fucking use the invincibility. I get the feeling that is in fact the case. I'm not terribly excited for that. Christ. Okay. Okay, so this one actually runs away from me, it looks like. But there's one that doesn't run away from me. That one I will run from instead. The feeling that there's gonna be more of that switcheroo going on in these platforms, and I'm absolutely right, wouldn't you know it? That doesn't exactly make me excited. Oh, you can actually shoot that fire out of midair, but one bit of that we're seeing in this hallway here tells me that we're pretty much up to the boss, who's probably right up these stairs. Let's see exactly what's gonna happen. I did hear one person say in another stream that had played this game that apparently this was the most difficult boss in the game, which I'm having a bit of a hard time believing after the boss of the previous stage, but... Oh hey, it's Gremory, it's the villain of Curse of the Moon. And also a minor villain in Ritual of the Night. Ooh. Oof. I'm trying to figure out how the pattern here would work. It looks like it's gonna summon some shit, which you need to stand in a specific kind of spot to be able to avoid, and then oh yeah. I'm sure that you can't survive that hallway if you just have Hachi. Looks like there is some kind of a pattern at least for that's for... what do you even call it? Why am I so bad at finishing my thoughts today? Let's see. Some kind of a pattern for the shit that he summons. Okay. Oops, okay, I'm pretty sure that I was moving right there, but... well, fucking rip Hachi. I don't think we can get through this room now. Guess we're gonna activate this and see what happens. This works too, I guess. I'm pretty sure that this, well, this almost works too. Not quite all the time. Yep. And then we just fall off because of our committed jumps. Okay, so failed at the two best chances that we had at clearing this room. I don't know if we're gonna be able to clear this anymore. Now. I guess we better give it a try. Let's see. What power would she get? Is that the tornado? Yeah. As we're building up some... well, this kind of works. It's extremely more precarious, though. And then they come from both sides, and it's a bit of a moot point. It's like... it's kind of reminds me of fucking Mario 3, the downward lifts. Oh, we survived. That's more than the other characters could say. Well, let's see. What else does she have? Might as well use some of this to get health back. It'll be a bit of a pain without Sengetsu, but... I guess Robert might be able to make something out of it. Let's see. There we go. This is definitely gonna be more of a pain without Sengetsu, but... hold on, let's try to... just with some characters we can make it work. But I'm pretty sure that this whole, you know, expedition right now is a moot point, since we can't... I don't think we're gonna be able to beat the boss with just these characters, even though it's a completely different loadout from the characters that we used to go against the boss last time. Okay. She's the one that needs health now. Oof. It's a pretty risky kind of jump attack to be. But it kind of works. Definitely need these bags though, because I get the feeling that we are going to be able to get into a sort of loop where we can keep getting extra lives from the bags and filling up the point counter, even if we keep dying, so that we effectively get unlimited chances, but it'll be a bit of a pain. Okay, so that armor over there we can reliably afflict. What's this? That I don't think we found this power up before. Ooh. Oh, that's interesting. Definitely could use that though for this room. I wonder if it has like a specific range that it works at. That's determined not by time but by number of bullets fired or something. But hey, it lasted this entire room, so I guess it's good enough. But yeah, I guess we know what to do if we come back to this room. End up dying, which I'm pretty sure is gonna happen after we end up dying, that is. Oof, well, might as well go with that. Not that I think that'll be of that much use in the coming battle, especially with how little we're gonna be able to use that, but... Okay, let's see. It's our rematch with Gremory. Let's just try to... I think the biggest thing that we should focus on now is trying to observe the pattern of the, like, attacks that he throws out, or she. It's kind of unclear which it is. Throws out... Okay, so... Raises, she raises both of those arms and we can stay in the middle and not get hit. That's cool. That should... Okay. And I think this means we have to duck down here. Yeah, stay on the left side then. Hit. Ooh. Shit, fuck. Okay, never mind. Apparently if the arms are in the lower position, then we can't stand there. We need to... I think I do see a pattern there too, at least. It's like... You don't want that. Pattern is that... Oh no, I just realized what the thing is. This is like a powered up state, you have to toggle it. That's why it didn't have any fucking magic left at the end, because it's a continual kind of drain, like in like Hachi's power. Shit. I guess we should only use that for... I am gonna need this too. Just fuck her out of the way so I can get that heart, but... And I'm gonna need to... Again, I was gonna say we can potentially save some of that, some of those hearts if we just run away. I guess we might as well go for this one. But let's see. I think we've identified like 3 patterns that this boss has so far. I get the feeling this isn't gonna be anywhere as much of a pain as the fucking sarcophagus boss was, but we do need to get here with the full squad. That's gonna be the problem. To stand as much of a chance as possible. So when both arms are raised up like that, then we stay in the middle and we actually don't get hit, or we do get hit, but not by that attack. We get hit by the dude. No time to get another chance. I'm pretty sure we're about to get another thing here too. This gives us this power, right? This power does seem to be like one of the better options for getting through this room, but well, so far the only ways that we've been able to traverse this room and survive it were with Dominique or with Hachi having the fucking invincibility active the whole time, which only one of those is really viable for getting a game over, so let's do this. There we go. This is probably the best thing we can do right now. There we go. Gotta get the timing just right with Dominique, and then we just fucking ace that room. Ooh, and there we go. Gotta remember to get that thing. Get that breakable wall at the end so that we can... do what? Hold on. I need this power up. that we can get more points and secure another extra life. Let's see. It's kind of a pain that we have to deal with this room. So okay. So that we can also deal with the rest of this room with the mini for this area. Okay. Oof. Well, at least we survived. Sure, we can. I guess we're gonna try to avoid that by coming up here first. That's what I should have done. Actually, it doesn't really matter what I should have done. If you just come down here the first time, that I should have done. So, I wasn't really able to do that because the timing was messed up. I didn't quite catch that. That pattern of jumps that I just did. Let's see. Okay. We're gonna try to do the same here, even though I don't think we need any more health at this point. It's actually not as risky because of that. I'm pretty sure no matter at what point of that room we fall, we're gonna survive, so it's not quite as risky. But we should do that whenever we can. We're not grabbing that, but whatever. Shoot. Let's see what's in here. Let's actually take this opportunity to grab as much of these lamps. That... well, we don't need it, but we can use it, that's what I mean. Did we get the one that was all the way on the top? I don't think we did we? That's good. I seriously underestimated how much I was gonna have there. Oh, there we go. You just like get all the stuff in the torches in this room, we definitely get an extra life. Okay. I don't think anyone needs extra health though, so let's just keep going. And make it to this room, and I got the spammy power up for Robert in just a second. Be able to make the most of it now that we have full weapon power. I don't even think we're gonna need it necessarily for this, because we can just run away from the hip. We're gonna need it here. We optimize it, we don't even need to stop at all. That's a thing. Hello? But we do need to, we need this thing to respond as quickly as possible, which is should have done. And there we go. Made it here with a full party, which means we just need to get to like 3 rooms. Yeah, we just need to make it through 3 rooms before we can get back to the boss from the checkpoint. So I think we got a pretty good chance of, getting through this. Let's see. To come up with like what the best strategy is. I guess we're just gonna try to get Sangetsu to do the bulk of the damage, and then he does have the most of the damaging weapon of everyone. And then when we basically can't avoid damage, we switch to Hachi and we use the invincibility thing. That's probably a good choice. Let's see. That is the sort of general strategy. Take it right here. Get a bit of damage down. I mean, right now I guess we can do this. Hold on. Wait, hold on. We need to get over here because this is the only place we can stand at this. Oh, never mind. That was incorrect. Best, of course. Taking more damage than we were supposed to. Okay, now we stand here. I think, yeah, we should be fine. So, when the fist is raised in one direction, then just fucking. Okay, when arms are raised up like that, I'm pretty sure it is just fucking stay in the middle. And apparently I am correct. Shit. And when it's like that, we need to fucking switch to Robert, I think. Crawl down here, because apparently that's the only way we're gonna be able to avoid damage. When it's like that, then we go in the opposite direction, that's where we avoid harm. Yep, it's raised with one hand. Yeah, that's how we do it. I think we got him. We got him at least that first half hour. I don't know if there's gonna be more if it's a fake out, but... I did see only one boss so far, I think, that had multiple health bars. Oh boy. Oh boy. Maybe the moon, just like him. Official of the night, I guess, and potentially... Oh shit. And potentially... Where's the moon one? I don't quite remember how that works, but pretty sure that's... like Gremory hiding in the moon has been a thing. I guess with this one in all the Bloodstained games so far. You've seen the power of the moon. Being represented by the moon. Okay, so... I think this might be the final stage. I wonder who the actual final boss is gonna be in this one, because... I remember the final boss in Curse of the Moon 1 was Gremory in the first run, and then it was like Curse Sengetsu in the second run. Okay, so this doesn't count as a floor effect, so fucking Hachi gets affected by it too, getting pushed to the right. Fuck. Oh. And Hachi's fucking hover actually worked against us there. Let's try to do that again and not have that happen. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty tricky, I think, just falling off. Maybe extra tricky with Dominique because of how far she jumps, but I should be looking to manage. Oof. Okay, hopefully just the one room, but I don't know what I can expect there. We can make it to, well, I guess this counts as another checkpoint already. We can literally just spam the gun here and hit everything, I guess. Balls. Okay, I think I see what the gimmick is gonna be. I get the feeling I know. I guess this is a little bit like some of the stages in Castlevania 3 where it's like the getting chased by the bottom of the screen, basically. Okay, we survived. Hopefully we get plenty of checkpoints. Or at least a good amount of checkpoints. Okay, what do we do here? So we just hang around here and... oh, let's see. We can actually push this thing back. I'm sure that wouldn't have worked in either of the previous screens though, but... it raises more questions than anything, I would say. Oh wait, it's axe armor. We might as well pop a couple of these and see if we can extend it a little bit. I guess it's, this time instead of being a hammer armor or an axe armor, it's actually a hammer armor, of course. Hold on. Get out of my way, please. Nope. That thing would not get out of my way. I don't really see how you deal with this thing, in that case. Oh. You do this. Oop. Doesn't quite make it there. We're kind of fucked if we don't get there with guess we can push this thing backwards, maybe we can. Fuck, I don't even know. I guess maybe we can, maybe that's the ticket and I'm just completely failing to properly process that. Let's see. I don't know if I want that or not. I guess we're gonna try doing this with Sangetsu first. Should be able to, like... just a second to attack and cancel those things out. Don't have to worry about anything here at least. But we obviously have to worry about this thing right here, but what I mean is we don't have to worry about getting chased by the big ball. Guess we're gonna find out what the big ball is all about eventually, but As for now, we just try to survive. Get this. You know we need it. I guess if we poke the big ball in this stage, we're probably also going to be able to knock it back and buy ourselves a little bit more time, because I don't really see how else we're going to be able to get through this fucker anyway. Let's see. That does indeed stall it. Fuck. Alright, what good as that does? Oh shit. There's a fucking mimic right here. Why wouldn't there be? Guess we can shoot it and there we go. Ourselves a little bit. Maybe that'll help me figure out how the fuck we're supposed to get over there. Okay. I can see how. Just... that, and then presumably we can use Dominique and maybe some other things to give ourselves more time. Or when I say by ourselves more time, what I actually mean is just literally get up here a bit of time there and just articulating. But I've just I could smell that a bit from here. These things that fucking Grammary was attacking us with in the previous stage, I think it was. I think they are. I wonder what the story is with those, because I don't remember those things being... Maybe I just have a bad memory, but I don't remember these things being in Curse of the Moon 1 or... Oh Christ. Curse of the Moon 1 or being in Ritual of the Night either, so... I don't know what the fuck is this thing that's supposed to be like in the middle of them. Oh boy, that's good. Waiting. Try to cheese this a little bit, I guess, by just fucking waiting the invincibility. Get out of my way. Oh, that'll die at the end anyway. Don't you know it? That was a total waste. In short... And of course that just barely reaches me. Shit. No way I'm gonna be able to survive this if this fucking armor takes these many shots to die. Oh, there's another one. And of course it once again just barely reaches me. I'm pretty sure that Sengetsu's not going to be able to survive this by himself, but it's a thought that counts. Oh, hit that. This is going to be really interesting. This might actually be the point when I actually stop running out of lives. But it doesn't matter. We don't want that actually, we want to... just once. And then what? I guess we switch to Dominique so that she can get on the stairs faster. Try to get up the stairs faster. It's a thought that counts. In this case. Is there any secret down here? No. I know this would be a place to hide something. Oh goodness. This is that thing that's in the middle of the, like, horde. Not the one, but... Okay, try to remind myself how the fuck I did this. Am I able to hit this guy from down here if I duck? Not even if I duck. How did I do this? I guess I just tank it with Sengetsu at first. Or maybe tank it a little bit with this guy. What else can I do? Take so many fucking hits to kill these armors. That's what I'm kind of wondering. Constantly. Oh, speaking of Sangetsu, we are gonna need him to... Well, there's no escaping that now. Wait. Turn around, it's just gonna be an instant hit. Well, thankfully we do know how to get through here. Didn't do that this time. Oh shit. I don't want to go down the stairs, I just wanted to fucking duck. I also do not want to destroy these because that's how we get up there in the first place. Oh. How we get up there if we can get the fucking shoulder buttons to work right. I think this is the screen where we died and we're actually doing worse this time because we don't have any weapon power units. This ought to be interesting. Let's see. I'm gonna try to cheese it with the dog as much as possible here. Because I don't really see how else you do this. I'm dead, yep. I'll get knocked off by that, no matter what. Well, the dog is out of the picture now. I'm not sure what we can do. We're gonna switch back to Sangetsu. You know what, we're gonna switch to Dominique for a little bit and then use her to try and repel the fucking Axe Knight also, or Hammer Knight. The thing. You know, it's really fucking difficult to be consistent. Okay, I guess there's a bit of a strategy you can use here, but it's extremely fucking tedious. Waiting for these things to come down, I know they will. They won't, never mind. Seem to cooperate with me now. Okay, I guess we found a way through, one way or another. Okay, I'll try and figure out how the fuck we're gonna get up here. I don't think we can. Probably would have needed the dog to do that. And now we don't have him, so... But if we jump with Dominique, we can't make it all the way up there, so no. Which we needed the dog to go over, so... I guess we're going this way, which is technically a new place, so... I guess we take that in stride as best we can. Fuck, it's gonna be a fucking Medusa head in Gorgon. What do they call them? These Dullahan heads, Dullahammer heads, holy. No matter what they're called. Apparently, no matter which way we go, we're gonna be plagued with everything. It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be, especially considering how I guess the Medusa heads didn't turn up quite as frequently as I thought they would. Oh boy. This should be at least fairly simple to do. And get you with us. Yep, first barrage. It's pretty much exactly the same as in that other room. Into, I would really like another checkpoint or something like that soon, and apparently I can have it. Okay. It might actually not be hopeless as I thought. But that remains to be seen. Let's see here. Oh boy. I don't like the looks of that. Let's take another look over here. Okay, if we stand right here, I guess we're fine. I get a feeling that if we try to climb up the stairs, well, if we make it to like the upper part of the stairs, we probably better. Okay, I don't see how I would have been able to predict that. That's pretty bullshit. But Chokureki has redeemed Hydrate, so... And for me to take a drink, I guess. of course I just accidentally knocked back the little shield that I have. What's this called? The pop filter that I have. That's right. Put my hand back to put the bottle thing down because I am in an extremely small and cramped space because it's all I can get right now. For streaming. Okay, so yet I can at least reach those heads. Hold on. Let's wait for these things to do that again. I know that we're going to. Over there. Oh, hey, there we go. We got the extra life at least. Yeah, is this locust or whatever these things are? Oh, for fuck's sake, really? Okay, so in that one space I wasn't safe. And the locust decided to pop out. Let me wait right here, actually. Let's see where I would be safe. Right on the edge of that platform, but in this one platform that's next to the locust, we're safe. Spaces that are like that close. That's very interesting. Pretty sure you aren't safe in space to the left. Yep, I was right, you are not safe there. I'm pretty sure you're not going to be safe on the right side here either. Nope. Maybe in the very edge of the platform there, which probably shouldn't count on it. I guess right now it's just a matter of don't fucking stop moving, whatever. Yeah, sure, hope this thing doesn't shoot, except of course it did, right as I was trying to do it. We're not close to the boss here, are we? Hold on, let me see. Let me ties this thing into throwing out its projectiles once, I guess, and then be like, never mind. But the safe place to stand is gonna be between them. And I was slightly off. So I ended up getting hit. Well, we do have some of these things, so I guess we better get some health back. I suspect we might actually be kind of close to the boss, but who knows. It might be wishful thinking on my part. Look at this. Just pop out one more. What does I get to? Does look like it's potentially close to the boss territory, if you ask me, but I guess I might be wrong. Can we get all the way up there? The answer is no, we cannot. Or maybe we can actually. Oh shit. So, if I am to use this jump, can I actually, can I do that jump sideways? No, I cannot. That's a thing. I can get... Fuck. Try to get up there and keep failing, I guess. But even if I were to get on that platform, I think I wouldn't be able to get to the right side. Oh, okay. So... Oh, look, it's well, it's a small heart, so it's not like it's a big deal. Oh boy. See one of those fucking snipers in the ground. Thankfully they do die a lot. That's the only respite that I have, I suppose. Oh shit. I don't really see how you're gonna avoid this fucker. Come on. See, I know that these fucking things in the middle. Something. Oh, just drop straight down. Oh Christ. Oh, that's cheap. I guess now I know, kind of. So that's gonna help me. I'm pretty sure I don't want. Let's see. Kinda, sorta try to cheese this. No, it's too far. Sure you can't like defend against these idiots no matter what, so I don't really see how you're supposed to avoid that. But what else is new? Okay, we already know that these things are gonna drop down, and this time I actually noticed it. Over there. Shit as quickly as possible, which is gonna be pretty tricky because of all the other crap that we try. Yep, and even if we do it as quickly as possible, we still get hit. That's the thing. Whatever. Let's relax and grab this time. Oh boy, we're so dead. No way we can survive this. Let's grab this so we can... We can potentially just fucking sit there and... I don't know. I hope we got a checkpoint at least so we don't have to do this again. I guess we're not dead now. Makes me a little bit anxious as to... Are we gonna be able to get to the boss at least? Take a glimpse of the boss, oh boy. Or maybe not. Get more of these demons appearing. But you know, but... I'm sure that's something I was gonna say, but then I interrupted my own thought. Was I guess we can potentially just sit there in the room where... You know, that thing on the wall shoots infinite projectiles at you and just keep shooting the projectiles themselves and... For the love of fuck, hold on. Gonna be activating this so we can... Our best to not get cheaped out, but I doubt he'll be up to here, but rest. And we keep falling, so it literally doesn't matter that we hit the thing. At least that was right after a checkpoint. Let's see. I need the heart right now, but I guess we'll grab it because I'm pretty sure it's gonna respawn. So, next one is the hallway with the demons, right? We're gonna grab this, we're gonna get this, and I don't know, I guess we're gonna hit the demon with... Well, the one demon, except that it's... Not have that be an issue, but that pretty much also means that we're left with no fucking weapon power. Is there anything here? This really seems like a wall where there would be something hidden. It's really conspicuous, but I guess not this time. Goodness. Yeah, I guess what we have to do now that we... Well, now that we know that the fucking... Chasing Wall of Death is gonna be a thing. We would activate, or would have activated this Getsu, but we didn't, because we didn't realize that we'd had to be Sengetsu and it was right at the beginning, so we didn't end up activating it. Didn't end up getting the right drop to be able to activate it, I mean. Let's see if we can survive anyway. It's this room. Okay, we're still alive. And there's yet another door taunting me that... I get the feeling that the whatever's path would have led me to that door on the left wouldn't really have been that much better than the path that we just took, so I'm not like really that upset. I hate another checkpoint. Only we had gotten to this one before and dying yet again. Our characters. There we go. I get the feeling that this is 1-up. 1-up. This is gonna be a much more I get the feeling this is like right before the final boss kind of deal. Being extremely generous with everything here. I get the feeling the free 1-up is a part of that. Let's see. Final boss. Yes, at least initial iteration. What is this evil, like locust horde? It's literally a locust horde. This is like Abaddon for a demon that was depicted in... Oh fuck. I thought I was being clever, but I guess not. In what's that? This game? Dawn of Sorrow. There's one of the bosses in Dawn of Sorrow, and he was like, his whole spiel is that he's a plague of locusts, but he turns out to be the new villain of like Bloodstained, as per this game. And so I understand the rationale behind that, and I guess it wouldn't necessarily be the implication there, considering how Gremory was the villain of Curse of the Moon one, as I said. Christ. But he/she, I don't know which it is, didn't end up being the main villain of Curse of the Moon, or Ritual of the Night, I mean. Proper shit. Should have stood on the other side to, you know, not get fucking destroyed there. I think I can do this cheese though. I just gotta not get overconfident, but that might not be the end of this. That would actually make pretty much the first boss in a really long time, if not like since the start of the game that we beat on the first try, which would be extremely unusual. But I thought it's not over yet. I don't even know if this is supposed to be up, I don't know, like throwing that out there. This looks extremely, you know, like that, but apparently now it's got human hands. Wait, now it looks like the final boss of fucking Indivisible or something. Okay, so... I guess this also gives us a chance to see what happens when we inevitably die. Get another extra life, or no, I get the feeling that the one that gave us an extra life before is now... Now, the one that drops a different heart instead. Okay, now we're gonna have to do this fucking again. That's not very nice. Well, at least it's got its health missing now, which is nice. That part is nice. The rest of this, not so much. Shit. Okay, I don't really see how you would avoid that without invincibility. Nope. This part, I guess I do see how you are supposed to deal with it, but... Technically better if you fucking... You know, get behind it. Then you can just kind of cheese them through time. Let's at least get to the second phase. Come on, don't take away my 3 points of health in one hit, but you did. You're not very considerate, are you? Okay, well, we no longer have our big damage dealer or our big tank. So I guess we're at least getting a lot closer to appreciating the quote-unquote pattern that this boss has. I wouldn't really call it a pattern, honestly, it's more of a... You need to observe and you need to tank through, yep. About the only strategy that I really see for this first phase is to fucking get behind him and tank through his hits. That's about the only thing that makes sense to me at this point in time. Okay. There's a pattern there, I guess. It's like... Okay, so if you do that... Okay. At this point, I'm genuinely not sure what you're supposed to do. During the first transformation there, you can... Get behind him. Okay, I think I see the... Yeah, this makes sense. Well, I would say this makes sense, but no, it doesn't. Hold on. Because if you do this, then you're gonna get hit while trying to... Or not if you have Robert, I guess. You're gonna get hit for sure while trying to... Oh, it's kind of fucking weird. Because you can, if you use only Robert, you can actually kind of cheese him. Get him like this and actually not take damage, which is very surprising. Okay, when he's on that side, then we stay in the middle. Close to where he was, and then we can take damage. Oh, but okay, apparently we get too close to him when he reforms, then we take damage, so... I guess there is a bit of a strategy to not getting hit there with Robert, but now that we don't have him anymore, I honestly don't know what's gonna happen. Pretty sure I didn't use Dominique at all during his attempts. I don't think I want that. Or I probably would have wanted that more big jump that I have. It's gonna be marginally more useful, but... Oh well, it's a potential lost cause now, let's see. What do we do here even to damage? Not that. Can duck if we're not Roberts, maybe? Okay, so here if you could just do the... Oh, never mind, you need to get very, very close to him to avoid getting damage there. But then I don't know what the fuck you would do to damage him and not get destroyed yourself, especially since he apparently exponentially increases his area of damage when he forms. Okay, let's Try to do this with Robert, I guess. Okay, so we don't keep getting one up, so we basically have unlimited chances. Pretty sure they did the same thing with the final boss in Bloodstained, the Moon one. If you do get to the final approach where you keep on, you know, having to regenerate, then you do get potentially infinite chances to you know, to keep trying, because every time you actually lose a life by losing all your characters, you get an extra life if you break one of the torches. So. You know what, let's just try to avoid damage from him in the beginning. And we need, well, I don't know, say we were gonna have to get close to him, but what if we stay like all the way over here? Oh fuck. So that is actually directed at... oh fuck. Okay, stay away from him when he reforms, but then we can sneak up behind him and cheese him. At least. It's just very, very, very patient and do it this way for the first phase so we don't take damage. That's probably... yeah. And pretty sure that when he's on that side we just need to... oh, never mind, he still does this. Oh, for fuck's sake, what? Okay, so now he's gonna hurt me even if I duck under him. That's a bit inconsistent, considering how we've been doing this every single other time. You know, what I should be doing during... okay, yeah, he's hurting me even though I'm with fucking contact damage, even though that never happened before I did. What I should be doing there is, like, Robert to get behind him. So I'm actually there. I can switch as Zangetsu to actually do big damage against him. There we go. Say if he hadn't suddenly decided to do that one last time, so we're fucked now. Yeah, there's I guess a few more intricacies about the fight that I'm noticing now that I didn't before. Sphinx. Okay. We also needed health, right? Guess we're gonna try to use Hachi to cheese the unavoidable damage now that we don't have Robert anymore. Okay. Start by doing that, then get on top, and then this shit again. Look at how red he is. Okay. There is a very, very vague kind of pattern. Yeah, so it's extremely... okay. That's right. Okay. Just realized something else that I didn't realize about the fight before, that the height of the attack is actually determined by the skull that he, like, highlights when he does that. It's a lot more viable to avoid his shit than I thought at first, then. Exactly. Oh, just barely hit him at the end. Able to at least the first phase here, I think. Should be able to. Okay, stand right in the middle and then walk away. There we go. Still would have been a lot more viable with Robert and the cheese, but I guess we're at least alive. I should switch to Hachi. I haven't even used any of the weapon power that we have yet. I really hope that there's only 2 phases too. Who knows? This definitely looks final phase worthy, you know, if anything. Oof, okay, so let's at least, I don't know, try to observe what he does at first, I guess. Oh shit, I guess see what the deal is. Hurry up. We're fucking run, even though we can't really run that fast. Not really something that's up to me. Now we use this for damage and then... Jesus, okay. And then we notice his attacks that we can't really predict, if you ask me. Shit, yeah. Need to not be on that side of the room there. might at least be doable now. Notice the patterns of the fighting a lot better. Okay. Okay, I guess if you don't have Hachi or any other means of fucking getting up there, then it's platform thing is how you're supposed to do that. Look at this. This looks like the final boss of Metal Slug Fight or something. Oh shit. Okay, don't see how you avoid that, but there's a lot of other things that I similarly don't see about this fight, and I guess we're gonna have to deal with it. Regardless. Christ. Okay, we can avoid the first part of this, but the other part is gonna be only avoidable by the invincibility thing, I think. It's about the only part, the only way that I've found to do this that's actually viable. Shit. Oh, haven't too quickly to avoid. But this definitely looks like it will be very, very doable. Let's try again. Oh shit. But then we died, so I think literally one hit away from victory too. Well, let's grab some stuff and get another extra life, I think. Not that I doubt, or not that I think we'll be able to this time, but it's the thought that counts, I suppose. I'll have to try hydrate once more, let's see. For once I am getting into the point where getting kind of distracted from hydrating. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that we're pretty much doomed at this point. Don't have Robert or Hachi who are instrumental to like the optimal way to do this fight that I've kind of come up with. Oh well, shit. Yep, we're in time, so I was kind of doomed. And can't even avoid this, which goes on, I thought, for... I'm pretty sure it does go on for so long, I can't fucking... You can, in fact, get hit twice by that if the timing is against you, which that time it definitely was. Where am I? I couldn't even see where I was there. My own character. I'm pretty sure that Dominic isn't gonna have any kind of a hope. Any inkling of hope against this boss, but... Let's remove all doubt here. If it gets to this point again where we don't have Robert or Hachi or Sengetsu, we're just gonna fucking kill ourselves so we can reset this whole thing. I think it's worth it. It's a more efficient use of time, I would say. Shit, that's right. Of course I get knocked back with just enough force that I don't end up... that I end up still being in a vulnerable spot, okay. Oh, nope, get to the ground in time. Well, of course I jump with such force that I don't... Well, it was a noble effort, I guess, for what it was worth, but still. It ended predictably. Trying this one more time. And maybe, who knows, this time with the strategy that we've developed, this will actually turn out to be the run. And remember that old fucking shitty speedrun. Instead of the run, it's to earn. Like from the early days of Twitch, where such a thing was extremely prevalent, no matter where you went, because it was all like a cliquish kind of deal. It's like, yeah, everyone knows who each other is, and it's all formed by this sort of tight-knit speedrunner and streaming community of people who bother to deal with such stuff at the time. What am I doing? Okay, wait for this thing to do that, and he ends up hurting me anyway. That's pretty shitty. Oh, some people apparently have nostalgia for that. I sure don't. Okay, this isn't doing quite as optimally as I would have hoped, but it's still quite optimal. Okay, I'm pretty sure that... Okay, literally just... I was gonna say I can literally just sit here and do this, because apparently the fucking foot is... set in such a way that, for some stupid reason, it's actually, you know, in each of this. This, and that's not a good thing. Maybe this time I'll actually be able to go under it. Nope, I don't think I will. And he ended up doing that immediately anyways. You know what? Fuck it. What the... Okay, well, we found a secret akin to Castlevania 4, I guess. I'm okay with this. Looks like my suicidal tendencies were rewarded. Will we do anything else? Let's do this, I suppose. This must have been some kind of purposeful reference, but I get the feeling that more people than not have found it at this point, just because, you know... I get the feeling that a lot of people had the same idea as me, where it's like, you know, if we lose like our dream team for the final fight, let's just say fuck it and kill ourselves, but... I guess like Castlevania 4 and also like Rondo of Blood that had something like this too. So I just realized that you can just barely see the bottom of the stairs there. I guess you can't go down the stairs from here. You can only... You know, get down there by actually falling down the stairs. Okay, I don't think we need to really launch any more of these things, but I guess we will, on the off chance that we end up getting another extra cumulative life. I guess I can go back to like doing my super careful plays with Sangetsu instead of Ghost of Robert the Cheese. I'll just do this with Robert instead, just like shooting from a distance. Stand over here and come over here to avoid damage, and then... Let's see. I think this is a much more viable survival dealing with this fucker. And once again we're doing this. Just kind of jumping so I can gauge whether or not the thing is going to be the thing where it's height based, or if it's the thing where it's horizontal distance based. Oh Jesus. Also I just, he's gonna follow, but I definitely don't have the window visible. Hold on a second. I'll be at you in just a second. Just let me see. Okay, this one is height based. As I get to the next phase here. There we go. Let me just pause that for a second so I can see you followed. Nianua, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome in. And I hope you're enjoying the stream. I'm glad. Follow. But let's see if we can finally destroy this dude this time. And we've got the even more optimal kind of loadout for getting to the end here. Pretty sure the first thing is gonna do, guys. Rock attack. Something we observed from the previous times, and then he's gonna do this thing where we need to avoid this with thing what we can't really... I can't think of a way of actually, you know, getting behind him so quickly that I can actually... Oh fuck. Oh, double, oh fuck. Yeah. Goodness, I can't actually tell what he's gonna do first. Full set attack. 50% of me to say he is still at this stage. I don't know. Oh fuck. Ugh. Hopefully we don't end up dying as Hachi, because that would be like... completely negate our efforts so far. All intents and purposes. Shoot. Pretty sure that we wanted to in the middle here, because that means that we can spam damage with Sangetsu, which should be significantly, you know, faster than trying to do it with Did we just die? Yeah, we just died because we were... Okay, we just died with Sangetsu. That should be fine, because now we know that this crab is down here, so we don't have to, like, actually waste a life, because we can just do it instead. And bring back Sangetsu. We are gonna have to go back to the first phase of the fight, though, but... I thought that was gonna be the run, but it was not. Who else needs health? Sangetsu needs health from that encounter more than anything. Oh, hey, I bet that bag is how we got more of more points that we can use to farm even more lives, even though pretty much even more lives are any more lives than the ones we have are redundant at this point. I'm pretty sure the bag is the only way that we can really get any significant amount of points at this stage to get more lives from. Let's see if we can actually get this, because goddamn. Does he at least have some health missing if we come back to him? Yeah, he's half the health we're missing. Come back to at this stage, that's good. Should somewhat expedite this. What's he doing? He's doing the horizontal thing. Okay, so just stand right here. Oops, not we were too close. And that happened too quickly, so... shame. It should only take a few rounds. We're able to get him back to the other face again. We're gonna stand all the way over here instead. That'll... it's kind of... oh shit. Oh, it kind of does protect us, but it also... it's bad, actually. Oh no. That's fine, we're gonna survive it. Only take a couple of shots to kill him at this point, so... oh shit. So that could have been embarrassing if he had died right at the last second before... the last hit before getting to the next phase, but... well... yes, the next order of business is just gonna be to work out the most optimal method to not lose health when... basically. If we could try to... do it with Robert. Let's see. Let's switch Dominique very, very briefly so we can get up here faster. Get a couple shots off on this dude with Robert and then... just shoot it because it's gonna shoot in the opposite direction, but we're fine here. Actually get a pretty damage there. If we can just shoot him with Robert, that's actually more reliable. More reliable way of damaging the boss consistently than doing the like hover jump shit that I was doing with Hachi. Looks like that's gonna be my best bet here, honestly, just to cheese damage with Hachi and do this with Robert for the rest of the time. It's actually a really good method that I'm seeing, I think. I'm gonna do the attack from the distance like Metal Slug 5. Here it is. Oh, I guess I found a way to dodge that too. Isn't that nice? Okay, hopefully I don't get like cheesed by any of his attacks while he's going back into position. Christ, what am I doing? I did get cheesed by his attacks, wouldn't you know it? Because he never did that attack before. Or at least not that I could see. It's whatever, it's fine. We've worked out like the optimal strategy. I'm like positive that it's just a run now. Okay. Let's get some more of that sweet, sweet pointage. We need the optimal amount of weapon power to go into that so we can cheese the final phase with Hachi. But we're gonna beat this today, at least this first chapter. I have a feeling that the rest of the chapters won't be that different, but I don't know if I'm gonna do all of them on stream probably, but only a couple of them. If there's like some really significant difference, like in which If that were the case, I think in this case I would take license and just freaking... Yeah, what would I do? Try to say here. Take license and instead of like replaying all the parts of the game that are the same, just like show the final part that's different. It's pretty much how it worked in dropping the ball here. What am I doing? And we'll just stick to Robert the entire time. His face. Robert's stupid asshole. What? We actually got hit by that? What we... Nah. We're supposed to be the one that wasn't supposed to hurt you. It's stupid. It's whatever. Unless we don't fucking die. We're gonna be just fine. Of course, that happened even though I was holding down. This is good again. It's not doing the easy one to dodge anymore. I would just like the golden void for this fight, but... really... fucking die, and that would be really embarrassing. Because he's the one who can actually consistently score damage from a distance. And he's the one that ends up getting half dead from that, which is pretty stupid. I guess something else that I could potentially do in the first phase is like use Hachi to get behind the boss and then just spam damage with Sengetsu, which would potentially be a little bit faster, but I'd rather like save all the weapon power that I have for Hachi's invincibility in this part of the fight, which is already like pre-damaged. The damage has occurred. Almost half dead. If it had died completely before, it would be completely half dead, but no. Didn't die completely before, or else we would have won the game. That wouldn't be necessary. Oh boy. Doing the background attack already, where we're moving on to the final, yeah. Into the platform that time for some reason, the fucking... didn't work. I need to now jump. Well, not really. Sometimes we do. Okay, come on. Just a few more seconds here and you'll be super dead. There we go. And yeah, you can see the achievement popped up, so I'm pretty sure that you can see there. Because that means we won the game, at least the first run through. It's a GG. So, at this point I think I can say with absolute confidence that by far the most difficult boss in this whole damn game is the boss of level 6, which is the one that... I just got killed by something else, I guess it did. Boss of level 6, which is the one up the most trouble with, and we ended up having to do the most retries against at the end of the stream. But we get... looks like we're gonna have to... oh boy. Unity... ampersand determination. Didn't quite get that properly there. Probably gonna have to do another run through, and this time we get like a different ending where Dominique is the final boss or something. Sengetsu and his comrades were in a state of complete shock. They could not believe that Dominique was someone who could sacrifice herself for others, which makes sense if you know her role in Ritual of the Night, but Sengetsu realized that all along she was the one always caring for them in her role. As she reminisced, he remembered that when someone needed their wounds treated, just a helping hand, she was always there for them. Robert felt great shame at his inability to trust the woman who had been a faithful ally throughout their journey and had rescued him like 5 times in the final encounter. Despite his open contempt for her, Robert realized that it had been quietly and directly supporting him in her own way. To Robert, however, a member of the church that he loathed so much could only be evil. His deep grudge had clouded his judgment. As she could not understand human language, yet still understood that Dominique had saved them and wanted to immediately go to her rescue. For the first time, their spirits were united as one. Pledged their lives to rescue Dominique, so yeah, it's like the end of the first Curse of the Moon. Our fucking Sengetsu gets possessed, and then the second quest is just the same but without him, and the final boss is a different final boss, which is like him, but as a demon. But for now we got an ending. Guess we can check out a little bit more. Well, we're probably gonna watch the credits. I am glad that, you know, that the announcement for this game honestly came out of nowhere. It's like, out of the blue, it's like, yeah, Bloodstained Curse of the Moon is gonna be a thing, and then literally a few days later, Curse of the Moon 2, I mean. Literally a few days later, the game is already out. That's something else. I guess we don't have an awful lot to worry about for the future of the Bloodstained franchise, which is pretty much a new Castlevania, so that's very good. This Castlevania is, which was one of my favorite franchises of all time, is fucking dead now because of Konami. But we have Bloodstained, and this honestly gives me pretty good tidings for what's to come. But I do wonder. You know, I'm not even entirely sure. I'm pretty sure that the music for Curse of the Moon 1 was basically digitized versions of the music from Ritual of the Night. And that music was made by Michiru Yamane. I'm not sure what the case is with this game. I guess we're gonna find out. Like, even then, some of the pieces were digitized versions of Ritual of the Night music. I think not all of them were, like, a few unique pieces there, but I'm sure I didn't recognize any of the music in this game from Ritual of the Night, so I'm kind of wondering what the decision was for this game. Guess we're gonna find out. Oh, here we go. Sound director was Ippo Yamada. Why does that name sound familiar? Should probably look into that. Sound designer was Yoshinaga. Sound engineer. See, the problem with these sound credits when they usually have them like that, which is pretty common, is that I don't end up being able to tell which of these people was the composer, basically. Let's see. Ippo Yamada. Do you show up in any of these places? Yeah, you do. Oh, here we go. Music was Ippo Yamada and Hiroaki Sano. And Takumi Sato and Ryo Yoshinaga, and these are all these people from the music too. Not surprising, if that is the case. But yeah, I guess a lot of credits Yamada in BGMDB. He's apparently involved in Mega Man CX and Mega Man 9 and Mega Man 10. And a lot of other anime stuff that I don't recognize. There's actually also the fucking sound person for Mighty Number 9, but that's a game that I think I own because I got it in like a humble bundle, but I don't know if we'll ever see that on stream because it's like, well, you probably know the story of Mighty Number 9 by now. Mighty Number 9 by now. And the thing is, I don't even have that much potential investment in it to begin with because I was never like a hugely into the Mega Man series. Also apparently worked on Blaster Master Zero. On Galgon 2 Doki Doki. Well, that's an interesting credit. An Arm Blue Gunvolt, whatever that is. And hey, it's actually like counting up from 2004. Realize. Okay, so some of his earlier credits, according to VGMDB, is Mega Man Zero. That's interesting. Oh yeah, pretty good stuff. Since it looks like we're coming up on the conclusion of the credits here, tell you what I'm gonna do. I think what I'm gonna do is basically take a quick look at what presumably is gonna be Chapter 2, which is Game Plus thing, where I guess you're playing through the game but without Dominique this time. Something that I find kind of weird is that, you know, if I look at the like banner that was used to advertise the game, I'm seeing the characters in the background there, but I not only see the characters that you played as in episode 1, but I also see Miriam and Jeeble, who were playable characters in Curse of the Moon 1, and who obviously were also pretty central characters in Ritual of the Night, so don't know what the deal is with that. They just put them there as like, I guess what you would call Wolverine publicity, or if they actually are gonna have a role, because they haven't shown up in the game at all so far. I guess we're gonna take a quick look, but depending on how different or how much the same the second episode is gonna be, we're probably just gonna take a quick look at it, or and like leave the rest stuff for well, most of the rest of it off for like off screen, but we're gonna find out. Let's start the game. 02, I guess. It's the reason they have this many data things that each one can only hold one episode. Let me see. If I pick veteran and one player, what happens here? Load me to the... Yeah, this just puts me into episode 1 again, the final stage of episode 1. So let's see. Don't want to redo this. Check out episode 2, so let's exit back to the title screen. Guess we gotta pick another one of the saves here for episode 2. Unbreakable bonds. Steel your resolve and form deep bonds with your comrades to save Dominique. I wonder if you have to do all these like sequentially. To be perfectly honest with you, goodness. I'm not sure if I want to like do the rest of the episodes in like the retro committed jumps knockback style and lives are limited. Well, I mean the lives being limited wasn't really a problem for us in that style, so... Let me check something. Let me check the achievements that I've gotten so far. I'm pretty sure so far the only achievements that I've gotten are for clearing each of the stages and for clearing episode 1. So apparently 10 more hidden achievements remaining. I have no idea what the deal would be with those, but I did notice that I didn't get any kind of like special notice for clearing episode 1 with veteran difficulty, so I think I'm gonna... You know, for the sake of my sanity, I'm gonna switch to casual for a bit. At least for the remainder of this. Not penalized, whatever beginner will take it easy. Well, I mean, beginner friendly, pretty much the only difference is the lives, which didn't make a difference at all in the mode that we played before, and the knockback, which I get the feeling will make a difference, but I wonder if it also means that the committed jumps are removed. That would actually be kind of surprising, since they didn't mention that, but... See that redemption, I'll take care of that after I check this intro. Dominic protected Sengetsu and the others, and in doing so became possessed by the very demon that they sought to destroy. But now Sengetsu, together with his allies, felt a powerful new sense of unity. Pledged their lives to rescue Dominic, and thus 2 men and a dog set out on a new journey. Is it gonna be just 2 men and a dog for the remainder of this journey, or is there gonna be a potential for more people joining? I wonder. Just more. Police. But also Chokokeki has redeemed not hydrate this time, but the moon landing was fake translated into Spanish, which is an interesting proposal. Let's see how that looks in this thing. There you go. Does show up even if it doesn't show the redemption thing. It's an interesting thing to posit. Moon landing was faked. You can't really directly translate faked as a verb, because that's not really a thing that you can put into Spanish directly, so... Or you could just say it's a fake, so... El aterrizaje lunar fue una farsa. There. Hope you enjoyed your redemption. I don't know if there was like any equivalent, any like... I don't know, widespread equivalent in Spanish to that saying that I've ever heard, because I'm pretty sure that's like a fairly recent kind of deal, because obviously back since the moon landing itself, there's the whole faking rumors being a thing, but I'm pretty sure that becoming a more sort of widespread meme is a more recent development, so I don't know if there would be any kind of Spanish equivalent to that. Awesome, thank you. Oh, you're welcome. That's what it's there for. Make sure to make that one accessible, at least. Jesus. Forget about this doggo thing being up here. I did notice that, like, that skeleton in the first room, but I don't really see how you would get up there, or get down there. Sure that we're, well, let me retry. Start from the last checkpoint, yeah, I guess if you want to retry, you no longer have to worry about lives as a huge factor. If you like missed something that you feel you want to take a closer look at, and you want to, you know, actually do that without having to worry about lives or something. Yeah, how would you? Actually, I think I see how you would do this. Actually, I didn't think of this at all a second ago, but I'm pretty sure that what you do is this. Based on my character, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm gonna do. Yep. What's down here? Let's check it out. probably cheese these guys with Robert pretty easily. Going further than that. Maybe faked equals falso, that's... I guess, yeah, you could say that. That would be like a possibility. But no, I would say that you want to emphasize the... I don't know, the whole tone of denouncement with that statement, then farsa probably works pretty well. I mean, it directly translates to farce, but as you can tell, also directly translates to... Is he not gonna shoot? Okay. One second. What's the point of this hole in the wall here? Okay, that you could get over there. There, but... I do see a way that you can get over there, but I don't really see the point of falling down there. Okay, let's just... okay, I was gonna say let's just use Dominique to, you know, take care of the shield guys, which is what we used to do. Once upon a time, but... Okay, so what happens if you can't switch characters? Never mind, that answers my question. You switch characters, oh shit, it does stop eventually. I thought it was gonna stop a lot sooner than it did. I'm gonna say let's use Dominique to cheese the spear guy, but I just remembered that's no longer something that we can do. Oh, okay, that was pure luck. Yeah. We have to check. I guess I probably shouldn't check here because we're in actual danger here, but to check if... Okay, I'm pretty sure we do still have committed jumps, that's still... So, even if we don't have knockback from the enemies in this mode, we do still have committed jumps. I think... I can't remember too clearly, but I think in Curse of the Moon 1, the like casual mode did also remove committed jumps. I guess they decided that it was worth it too, or maybe I'm thinking of something else, like I think another game that potentially removes committed jumps is Castlevania The Adventure Rebirth, which came before that. I think that did have multiple difficulty modes, and like the X factor of one of them was the committed jumps. Okay. I don't remember if I saw this screen before. I'm pretty sure I didn't actually. Like that we're taking now. We get over there, or would we want to get over? Let's see. Okay, can get over here, but I don't know. It's too necessarily. What's down here? Let's check it out. It's probably just another way. Just like, oh, for fuck's sake, really. Another thing that we have to potentially do. To get over to this side, but I guess we don't need to worry about that anymore because we have all the characters necessary. We can even backtrack, so it literally doesn't matter. Ooh. And apparently we do want to go that way though. Let's get back the tiny bit of health that we lost because of that that surprise appearance. And oh, let's kill this guy first or try to. Oh, and we get a fucking heart back from that. That's never expected. Oh, hey, we can actually get another. See another. That was something we'd gotten in the past in this file, but we haven't actually. What's this thing called? This weapon power up. Actually, did our maximum weapon power carry over from the previous episode into this one? Maybe that was the case. Hope we didn't miss anything important. Let's see. I guess we're going this way. We have the means to get up here. Let's really go for it. I guess if we can like keep finding more of these like alternatives through stages, I can... It's like New Game Plus kind of mode, but... I don't spend too much time in it, that's the thing. Oh boy. And of course the best character that we could have had to deal with the fucking airdropped Fleeman is now gone, so... That's a shame. Okay, just panicking. And I think I have good reason to. We actually get like hearts from disruption the enemies too, I think. Pretty sure that's definitely an addition to this mode. It definitely wasn't in the other mode. Hey, an enemy that we haven't seen before. I'm pretty sure that we saw the enemy that we have seen in Curse of the Moon, not in Curse of the Moon, Ritual of the Night, in one of the like secret laboratories. Which thing is that? She's like, I don't know, like a Soccerverse kind of demon. She's got that whole kind of vibe going on, but apparently the other ones don't need to be aggro. They will just aggro on. There were a few demons like that actually, from what I remember. Not just this one. Shit. It's actually kind of a pain. I think that she might also have been in Curse of the Moon 1 though. Remember a demon like that, an enemy like that being factor. Shit, that hurts. That one. Maybe we also get like their extra damage that we can do the other file as well into this one as a carryover. Okay, that's scary. There we go. Hey, is that like an attack power thing? Nope, that's... What is that actually? Is that like a potential damage upgrade for Sengetsu if we didn't get it before? Like the sword upgrade? I'm pretty sure that wasn't missable, so I don't know what that's about. Okay. Actual damage upgrade of some kind, and we just weren't... we wasn't very forward about what it was. We can totally cheese this guy now. Being cannonball doesn't reach all the way over here. Let's just get over seeing these things. I guess the whole 1-up build-up thing isn't even a factor anymore. It doesn't fill up at all because we did 1-ups in this mode. Okay. I guess this is time to find out if the boss is going to be different or not. So the first boss in the previous stage was... yeah, the Wyvern guy. And, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's something we only had in this stage too, from what I remember. It's Mega Man style door. Takes us to the boss room. Becomes like this big old chicken wyvern, like in that Rondo of Blood. Shit. Oh yeah, that's right. A bit of pain trying to, a bit of a puzzle to figure out how to move. Oh hey, I think the attacks are different, because I'm pretty sure that attack also was different before. I guess there is one other way we can do this. Now that would probably be more conducive to... Oh Christ. Oh no, it does hit multiple times. I guess that makes sense to do it 3 times. Yes. Okay, so bosses might actually be more difficult, objectively. Oh shit. It's actually gonna be a problem since... And I guess we no longer have Dominique, who is the only one who could res us, so... If we do get to sort of final encounter with her, which I'm pretty sure is eventually going to happen. An X Factor. Okay, so... Actually more puzzled by how, like, what the intended strategy is now in light of this new paradigm. I barely remember what the strategy was before, but I'm pretty sure that the dragon also had the whole thing where, like, can't really heard it in this like attack sequence without... Shit, hold on. Oh, did I not activate? I did activate, okay. Christ, and already the dog is dead too. And Hosengetsu is gonna get his health back because it's wholly didn't already have it back yet. Don't really see what the intended strategy is now. This brave new paradigm of new boss attacks. But all of a sudden I am quite glad that I picked casual mode for this. I mean, you can pretty much cheese it here to the point where... I mean, you can only survive like 2 of these hits, I think. 2 of the fire hits. You can do that to like hit him without... Yeah, I don't really see how you get to the dragon's head without... getting hit there in the xenomorph tail attack. Honestly. I guess we can... Let me just bring out the dog so we can get more power here. What's the deal with this little alcove? Is there a point to this? Is there some kind of secret that I'm missing? Nope. Just like sort of little alcoves in like the first area in Symphony of the Night, I guess. Symphony of the Night, where they look enticing, but I think that if you actually take the time to explore them, there's not really anything there. Oops. Like barely any fucking time to... technically don't have to, yeah, just shoot out that fire. Don't have to, wait. Let me see if I can do this with Sangetsu and not get hit all the time. Answer is yes. Okay, so there is a very, very theoretical survival paradigm that you can do. Very... You can use like the sub-weapons. Is that like the actual intended strategy here? I wonder. Shit. Just hold on. I'll actually get rid of this fire. You're eventually gonna run out of weapon power if you just do this. And even if you do, you're gonna get to the point where you don't always... We're gonna get to the point where you don't always... What am I trying to say? So hard at saying it. Ooh, actually... Oh, that actually just hit. I would have hit if I hadn't been doing the thing. Okay, see, I don't even have enough weapon power to do the big thing once here, so... I guess all I can do is wait for this phase. That's about the only phase where I can reliably do a little bit of damage without getting hit all the time. Very nice thing. I'm gonna try this again though. Yeah, looks like this might legitimately be the only thing I can do. Just wait for that phase. And do a tiny bit of damage there, and at least that way I don't die. Well, I should only record like a couple more repeats now with him. Hold on. Didn't even realize that I could do this. I guess, yeah, you are supposed to do it like that, and that's like the reason why. I'm pretty sure that the first time we fought this boss, the fire didn't like linger on the ground. Do that attack, so I guess the new paradigm is to be able to use that sword to that sort of sword down jump, which, as we saw, doesn't always work. So that's more of a puzzle than anything. But yeah, I run the way down. And more of these rounds should do it, I hope. Shit, hold on. Okay, we're good, we're good. Should be able to demolish the dragon in the next round here. I don't know why, but there's something about this dragon's design that makes me think Demon Souls or some reason, like Tower of Latria was. I don't know why that specifically, but that's just what comes to mind. There we go. But I'm pretty sure the boss that I'm thinking of is called Man-Eater, and it doesn't anything like this dragon. It doesn't look anything like a dragon. Oh jeez. Well, at least you don't have to, you know, really dodge that. The suicide attack. I wonder if there is actually a way to dodge that, I guess, potentially just to between the platforms right as the lightning is striking. But yeah, I guess there's a very, very mild new paradigm now in this, like, second episode. Sanguine Blade. You know what, I just realized something that I should probably change up is that we've been in the fucking wrong category the whole time. Let me go ahead and change that up now, which I completely failed to remember. Okay, that. And that, and this too, why not? There. I think my bot might be about to send out a thing here, maybe, because I think it is supposed to do that. Oh no, I'm surreptitiously taking an opportunity to click on other stuff in the background, but okay. I think it's not gonna matter an awful lot anyway, because feeling that I'm probably gonna wanna do an awful lot more after I get to the end of the stage anyway. This stage has the like the suckabout type enemy as the boss, right? I think it does. Pretty sure that did we have Dominique at the end of in this stage? I think maybe yes. So I think Dominique was kind of the X factors. So trying to beat that boss. I guess we're going this way now. I guess we are gonna be like new and different ways to traverse the stages now. In the second episode, but yeah. I might actually end up playing the rest of this mode on stream after all, who knows. Or maybe not. But for now we'll definitely do at least this stage. Ooh. I don't remember what these archer dudes were called, because they had like a... I'm pretty sure that I mentioned this the first time I came across them in shit. In my first run through of the original episode of this. But I'm pretty sure the... I know for a fact those archers are also in Person 1 and in Ritual of the Night, and they have a name there in Ritual of the Night. It's like a generic kind of a Ars Goetia kind of name. But I can't remember what it is for the life of me. Is it like Laraji? I think there's like a more powerful version of these enemies called Laraji that like later on in Ritual of the Night. And the only reason I remember that name though is because Laraji was also the name of like a demon sniper enemy in Portrait of Ruin, which was one of the final Castlevanias. I don't know, I thought it was a little weird. It stood out a little bit in my memory. Goodness, okay. We want to check out what's in these things. I don't even know if we want to check out what's... like obsessively check out what's in the lanterns anymore anyway. At this point, but... I don't want that. Well, that was a fun room. Could have been much worse, though, to be fair. Let's see. Ooh. I hate these fucking enemies that I hate with a passion, but at least it's not the powerful or more powerful versions of that they'll shoot out. It's stupid spore things each. I really hate those things. And I'm honestly surprised I was able to, you know, muster up the patience that I needed at stage 6 and the other the way that I did, but I'm glad that I did. I hope that stage 6 is gonna be like way less painful this time because it will change. At least the boss, but who knows, because as we observed, apparently the bosses are also different now, so only imagine what that means for the boss of stage 6, which is definitely the... Well, it was a factor. Maybe we'll like find a different way to approach the ending of stage 6 this time in this run. Maybe it won't be as painful, but I'm not holding my breath for that. Like I said, I still don't know if I'm gonna be doing that like stream or not. Oh shit, fuck. Should have known that. It would have been too simple. Well, at least I left this thing for last. It's actually a good choice there. I don't get the feeling that that thing is something that I've seen before, like... You know, it reminds me of the Killer Barbers and how they behaved in Curse of the Moon 1. Oh shit, this fucking ninjas. You know what? I'm pretty sure that Robert was like the ideal person to deal with. I'll take that. So I'll keep him out because I get the feeling that there's gonna be more of them coming, yeah. Ooh, you can actually like... If you have the correct kind of timing, you can actually take over them like immediately. We'll just go this way, thank you very much. I don't know how you would get there, but I think I have a pretty good idea. The question is, do I want to get over? I'll try it. Well, I obviously didn't get that thing anymore, but... At least I have the satisfaction of knowing that I was right. Damn, settle for that. Oof. We've never seen this enemy before, have we? Nope, it's just like a... I think it's supposed to be like a Dead Crusader type thing. Oh shit. Double shit. Well, we can take care of that guy now, but we can't take care of the plant that was above it, so... It's a trade-off. I guess we're gonna keep the... Ah, dang it. Bad choice. Is there any point for me picking up like the bags at this point, I wonder, because I'm not like building up new lives anymore. Okay, sure I'm gonna want that Heart Force and get suit and I might as well see what these have. Maybe you gotta entice me with like a path that I'm pretty sure Dominique can use as a shortcut, but it doesn't matter because she's not with us anymore. Oh, hello. What over here? Just some extra weapon power, I guess, which we don't really get at this point. This feels oddly familiar. I wonder if we like found this secret previous run-through, which I don't know if we did, because I don't remember running into Axe Knights in a previous run-through. In our previous run-through, I guess. You can't really say a previous run-through, because this is technically the first run-through we're doing of this chapter, even if it's not of the game in general. Ooh. We know what to do here. Shit. I thought we knew what to do here, but then this guy decided to crash the party. Oh, now we know what to do here. Okay, and we're all at full health even. Frabjous day. Oh, thank goodness for Robert and cheese still the factor. Oh, how much I really need it now that, you know, switch to the other difficult. It's definitely not something that I will sneeze at. What is this now? It's a different sword. Is there like, yeah, those are key items. Not like really marked properly or anything, or marked with any kind of detail, but I guess that these are pretty much the reasons why I want to go and take the alternative routes through the stages so that we can collect those key items. I'm guessing that if that collecting those key items might actually be like a requirement, or oh fuck, requirement of some kind, or like getting a proper ending at the end of this chapter or something. Would put money on something like that being the case. Let's see. I'm pretty sure that that's the whole deal with the cages, or cages, but like the doors that we kept seeing that were like the alternate way of getting to the end of the stage in our first run through of the first chapter. Were actually all teasers for fuck's sake. For this mode of the game. For replay. Let's see. Okay, I'm not actually in control in that screen. Let's see how this boss is gonna play out. I'm pretty sure that the MVP for this fight in our first run through of the first chapter was Dominique, because she can actually reach the boss with her spear reliably, and doesn't really look like Sangetsu can do that all that good. And, this shit to deal with. These things take 2 hits to kill Sangetsu now. I'm positive that was not the case. Pretty sure we want to be on these platforms because of that. Ooh. Oh, that was pretty gambly of me, I guess. Well, I guess Sangetsu can pretty much... Oh shit. Oh, this is different, hold on. Maybe this is a phase that I saw very briefly. I think that... Oh shit, did we actually like one... That wasn't our first try this time. Exactly opposite of what I expected to happen. Okay. And for me to do that. Cheese the ending, but I really need to, I'm pretty sure. Okay, that was actually much smoother than I expected. I guess the trick was just to use the fucking whip sub-weapon for Sangetsu. That was like the whole X factor there. We can do one more stage. That took like a lot less than I was expecting effort-wise after the first stage. Mark of the Sniper. I'm pretty sure this is the first stage, yeah. In the first run through we get Robert at the end of this stage, and... No, at the end of the previous stage, and for the first time in this stage. Ooh. Okay, so... Pretty sure that, like, before my X Factor here is gonna be trying to figure out how we can get down the alternative route, I guess. Can we even do that? We probably can. But, actually, hold on a second. If we climb up here, can we, like, get on the thing? No, we can't get on the thing. I wonder if we're supposed to be able to, like, get space up here with Robert. I don't really know how you would do it. Second. Let me check the little right up here. Oh, his attacks do not break walls. Actually, I was wondering about that the whole game, and it was written down there the entire time. I just never noticed that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that Robert can do an attack at some point. I'm not sure, or not an attack, but like a move where he like does like Samus type full jump. Kind of wondering if that's the thing that we need to get down there, but maybe. I'm just gonna probe every part of the floor here to see if it'll break. Well, except the ones where we would fall to our death. Okay, I officially don't know if we're supposed to be able to get down there. I guess I'll have a look at the rest of the screen. I'm pretty sure that we are supposed to be able to find, you know, as we have in the previous 2 stages, we are supposed to be able to find a new route that's only accessible in this this chapter. Or starting loadout of characters, but I don't know. Not seeing anything yet. Hold on. I do have a bit of a theory. Punch, and it might just end up with me getting killed, but I don't care. There's literally no longer an important factor at this point. What happens if I go like all the way to the left here? Okay, just dead end. Okay, so like a wall there. I was wondering if I was gonna be able to like fall down here or something and then I can show the wall with chicken, but I guess not. Oh well. It's a real shame, but... obsess over this, because that really looks like we end up going, I guess. Well, that's how we do that jump, but can't do it towards that little hole, obviously, so I wonder what the deal is there. I have to wonder what the deal is with all of these little, like, passageways that we can't possibly crawl into places, because they're just, like, little holes that are sandwiched into a wall. Like, what do you do there? You know what, let's just keep going. Maybe the alternative route that I'm looking for here is actually gonna be in a different screen. Like, left at a complete loss there. So we can go there. Left. Can we? Oh no, we can't. But we can now. Yeah, I get the feeling that this is what I was looking for the entire time, yeah. So, I'm still definitely puzzled about that hole up there, but I guess for purposes of this chapter we can probably assume that we'll be fine if we go this way. Oh shit, hold on. Okay, let's see. Nice spying a very, very overt Castlevania 3 notch here. The water. I think I am. I got the freaking stream stage. Let me just get hit by the water to confirm that. Yep, looks how I thought it would. And indeed it does. Maybe Hachi, like, I was gonna say maybe... it's a little bit by virtue of, you know, his whole shtick of his suit negates some of the ground effects, but I guess not this time. What's going on there? Hold on. Yeah. We've got an enemy that we can't hit from, apparently. Let's see. It's unfortunate. Maybe we can reach it if it's like poking its tongue out like that. Yeah, that's how we're just gonna play it safe and do it that way. Yeah. Shit. Didn't someone take damage before? Nope. Paranoid. But we are in pretty big danger of death here, like... most of the time because of pits, so same difference, I guess. Well, there we go. Guess we got through though. That was even would have gotten through that in the other mode, I think. Pretty pretty good run of that room, I suppose. Exactly what I was trying to say there, but. Still shooting at the walls even though I now know for sure that he can't break the walls. Hold on, let's cheese this statue over here with their long range attack. Ooh. To be honest, this seems surprisingly mellow so far for such a platforming focused stage. I think I'm gonna risk getting the... well, I say risk as if that was like a big dramatic thing. You know what, fuck it, I forget what it was in these lamps. As I suspect that it's not exactly a big deal, but I'm gonna make sure. Okay, that lamp all the way up there though. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the same deal. It's like... yeah, you look flashy because you managed to get all that stuff, but at what cost? It's not really that special. This would probably be a lot more difficult if we didn't have Robert with us. I just had to just neutralize all the... oh shit, the projectiles a different way. I'm pretty sure too that now that I'm thinking about it, the like axe armor equivalents in Tool of the Night were called axe outsiders. Which seems kind of weird to me because it just seems to me that a name as generic as axe armor wouldn't be something that you would need to worry about, like copyright infringement, but I don't know, maybe they were just being paranoid. Maybe there was a reason why they wanted to do that, didn't have to do that, but... Oh shit. Shoot. Double oh shit. Oh, at least we didn't get knocked off the edge, which I'm pretty sure would have happened there if, you know, we had the normal... stuff. Shit, there's a hole in the thing up there, I'm pretty sure that helps. Jesus Christ, this fish. Helps us confirm. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this stage in particular is the big old nod to Castlevania 3 stream stage. I can cheesy splat because of Robert, her friend. But I also want that sword over there. We have 4 swords now, we somehow do, even though I think this is the first stage and we picked up one of those swords in each stage, so... Not sure what the deal is with that. Pretty sure I'm gonna want as many of those swords as I can possibly muster. Oh fuck. Don't ask me why, but I just have a hunch. It's gonna be quite a... thing that I'm gonna be quite glad that I do have when we eventually get to the end of this run. Oh boy. Whatever. We survived. Is that thing gonna come after me? Let's find out, I guess. Answer is no, but it is gonna do that. That's kind of a... Let's head over here and see what we got. Big points bag, but apparently that's pretty much it. Hold on, let's take a moment to get rid of that, I guess. Don't want that power up though. You can have that. Shit. Whatever the... It does a head turn to nowhere near as frightening now that we have the fuck... Oh, the no knockback thing. By which I mean difficulty, I speak of that as if that was an item or something, but no. The option, I guess. Those things have a bit ludicrous range in that. I couldn't come up with a better way to phrase that. Explosions they end up causing. Surely there's a better way that I could come up with to phrase that. Hold on. The explosions that those things cause a range that harbors or borders on the ludicrous, I guess. Would be a better way, but still not exactly doesn't exactly line up with what I said before. Okay. A health upgrade I spy. I'm pretty sure that we didn't keep our health upgrades from the previous episodes. Let's actually try to get that. That'll do. Let's see, can we over there with the dog? The answer is yes, we can. I'm gonna lie, I also kind of wish that you didn't have committed jumps in this mode, but I'll take what I can get. It's definitely already like a much lesser headache with quality of life stuff that it's got. Okay, so let's see. Apparently we want to go down there, so let's go down there. I'll trust this skeleton. I guess we can also go up here, but... Is there any reason why we wouldn't be able to go down there? What the fuck is this? Actually, it looks kind of... actually, never mind, I know what this is. This is like a backtrack if we go there, so... Never mind, we definitely don't want to go there. I recognize that room. It was not a very pleasant room to deal with in the past. Let's see. Oh, crap, it's already almost 10. It's gotten this late. Yeah, I'll probably just get to the end of this stage. Like, maybe at the next one. Call it today. I guess I might actually play, like, a little bit more of this tomorrow and see if I can, like, beat this mode at least. Maybe it'll turn out to be just like the first Curse of the Moon game. Basically has 2, like, really plot-important modes, and then the rest is just a challenge, basically. I never actually finished like the full like sadistic challenge mode in Curse of the Moon 1, because that one's just kill all your partners when you just finish the whole game with nothing but Sengetsu. Oh shit. Oh yeah, this is where you fight the train boss, right? Hold on. I do need to get some heals here. But all the heals are gonna have to go to this dude, so... Should be in much order. I'm trying to remember what the strategy was for the train was, but I'm pretty sure it's not gonna matter because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be different based on what we've seen with the bosses so far. I just have a feeling. How do I say it? I can just sense it. Yeah. Hold on a second, let me see if I can get, yeah, this sub-weapon. That dude. I guess we'll keep the other sub-weapon that we have for Robert. Don't need this, but we're gonna grab it anyway. Okay. Trying to remember what the X factor was here, honestly. It's like... Oh, do we have to get up here? Oh, holy shit. You know what? It's taking me this fucking long, but I just now realized, like, what... Yeah. Okay, so I'm pretty sure there's attacks... Okay, there's two... There's not just two, there's more of those attacks, period, and... Oh, Christ. You sucker a lot faster, so... I just not figured out how you're supposed to dodge that big fire attack, it's just fucking... Get on the top platform. That's literally all you gotta do. So, I'm trying to figure out what the new pattern is for dodging this. And these beams, it's... Stay away at first, and then the fourth attack or something is gonna hit you. Ooh. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to survive this, but I'll make a noble effort as I possibly can. Okay. I think I'll just switch to Hachi now. And let him dish out the rest of the damage. It's not really that great at it. Well, at least not as great at it as Sangetsu is. I think I know what I'll do, actually. Is he gonna do the beam attack? Yeah. Just gotta cheese that. I forgot about that. Being a thing. Really what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna switch to Sangetsu so he can actually dish out the damage faster here. Okay. With Hachi so I can cheese that attack. And then take damage, I guess. Okay. I think we missed our chance in this round yet. We got one attack off. It's better than nothing, I guess. But we definitely have the other strategy down, I think. It's quite cheesy, but that's it's kind of par for the course now, I think. It's much more smooth. Got it? We do got it, yeah. Switch back to Hachi just out of paranoia, even though I'm pretty sure we don't have to worry about anything. Point. We actually would have been better off staying on the ground that time. I'm wondering if the suicide... I'm pretty sure the suicide attacks are different for the bosses, because at least for the first boss I'm pretty sure that it used an attack in this episode that it didn't use in the original. And that was what the whole suicide attack was based around, so you know what, we'll do this, we'll do the fourth stage, but then definitely call it. I get the feeling that it has more than a little bit to do with the, you know, bump down difficulty that I picked, but actually having a pretty chill time going through these stages again. I'm pretty sure even compared to the first time that I went through them. Okay, we can't get on top of that building anymore, because we don't have Dominique. Yeah, that dude should be pretty easy. Actually, especially with Hachi. Ooh. Nick of time. I'm kind of wondering. I'm pretty sure we can't get on top of that building that way, but we should be able to do it this way. Oh, shoot. And then I just did that. Didn't matter. Let's try to find out. I do wonder, like, what the new... Bone Dragon. Let's see. We went for Bone Dragon. Pretty sure I didn't see... I'm pretty sure... Excuse me, I didn't see that enemy at all. First run through here. Are there gonna be like actual new... like regular enemies added to the mix now, I wonder. Let's see. I also wonder if there's gonna be like a... alternative route. Oh yeah, this. I forgot all about this. I guess this is the reason why we wanted the swords. There we go. Now their significance is actually revealed. We got another new sword for Sengetsu. There we go. Use the power of the Sanmato. Focuses a swordsmaster's energy when drawn, slaying demons while leaving the virtuous unharmed. A strong magical power dwells within. I don't know what that means, but... well, it looks like it's... doesn't have the same combo attacks as the previous sword that we had was. Uses the spirit of the wielder to strike only demons and leave the righteous unharmed. Okay, I'm pretty sure we're gonna need that. Yeah, that sounds like we're gonna need that for plot reasons when we get to the end of this episode. I don't remember if we had to like collect any plot coupons like that before, but I guess that might mean that we don't have to worry about that anymore. We don't have to find any more secret routes that weren't open to us before, or maybe we do, who knows. Because I'm pretty sure, yeah, for fuck's sake, but in the original episode, it's, this would have been the stage where we would have had all the characters available anyway, so... but, I definitely want to kill that rat. Now let's... bear witness. I'm still confused by those holes in the wall. They will never not confuse me until... I guess I theoretically eventually find a way to... work out what their significance is, but... that is not... the present. I think I can kill these enemies with the pistol now, so... therefore, be a little bit bold. Is it a pistol? I guess you would call it a pistol. Okay, let's be bold here, because I'm pretty sure we know for a fact that we can make it. We've done this before. I get the feeling that besides, you know, Sengetsu's new sword, I get the feeling that I should have known better than to avoid that or strike that, I guess. But other than Sengetsu's new sword, I get the feeling that the progression of this level isn't going to be that different from episode 1. Jury's still out on that one, I suppose, but not for much longer. See, Sengetsu gonna be able to kill this fucking enemy anymore? Nope, he's actually more difficult to kill that enemy now that he has the sword without the combos, so... this is gonna be an interesting challenge. Guess we've already gotten to the part where it's gonna be more challenging before it gets easier. One second, let's see if I can... yeah, I can get over here this way. And because the only reason to do that, okay, no, 2 reasons to do that, which don't matter that much because of our unlimited lives, but still. Something that I am quite gladly acquiesce that I can use this knowledge. Because I'm still gonna try to get as many points and crap as possible out of habit, but I am painfully aware that it's not gonna make as big of a difference. Ooh. Oh yeah, the fucking crocs. I'm pretty sure that we also take less damage because in this mode versus the other mode. Something that they didn't mention, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that we're doing a much better job of surviving in this one than in the other one, like the number of hits we take. There's gonna be a croc down here too. I wonder what's up with those croc enemies, because I'm pretty sure that we never saw them in Ritual of the Night or anything. We would have remembered them. They were any. Even like a croc-like enemy in In Ritual of the Night, I'm trying to remember. Plenty of like fish-like enemies and stuff, but that'll work. I don't know about Crocs specifically. I'm just gonna head over there and hope that this guy gets... Nope, I was gonna say gets one-shotted, but doesn't. Confirm that. And we're gonna need... So... Maybe he's a bigger target. He does get one-shotted by Hachi, so I guess... Hachi does more damage than Zangetsu at this point. Or at least... maybe he did before too, but... With Zangetsu's combo gone, I guess, that applies to, like, general DPS as well. God damn it. I want to make that thing disappear so I can grab this. There we go. Yeah, Hachi does need more health right now, so it's... Confirm that there's nothing hidden in that very conspicuous wall. And tempt fate by doing that instead of the weapon. But I think it might also have... There's a lot of subtle changes that I'm noticing, like I'm pretty sure that you also... More weapon power from each of those little drops than you did in the other mode. There's actually quite a few changes, but I guess they don't talk about all of them right away too. Well, I don't know why. Oh shit. Gotta be able to avoid that. Wanna go there, or do we wanna go up here? We gotta go. Sake. Gonna try to go down there. And take a bunch of damage in the process. Are we gonna stop anytime soon? Well, I guess not. Well, let's just cheese him this way. Something better to do. I'm guessing that's probably the intended thing to do there, because clearly the way to skip. Shit. I was gonna be able to reach that for some stupid reason. So. I guess this is also a room that we're probably supposed to be able to turn on the invincibility for. I get the feeling I might have done that on my first run through. That seems very, very plausible. Full jump so I can start punching you out. And this, yeah. Pretty sure the easy way to get up here would be just to use Dominique's high jump, but since I don't have access to that anymore, to do this instead. Don't even need to do that, really. Dominique's high jump or just fucking breaking that thing from above and then jumping down. That's an option too, I guess. It's technically something we have at our disposal. Ooh. Well. Okay, those Seema in 2 hits, that's nice. We kill them in 1 hit with Hachi. 2 shots with Robert or 1 hit with Hachi, so I guess we're gonna stick to Hachis. Of the terrain advantage. Okay, let me check. Other characters do need some healing, but we're not really able to secure that at this point. Sorry. Oh yeah, the boss of this stage is fucking Vapor. I forgot about that. There we go. So, would like to get some more healing for, I guess that's healing we can get for Robert right there. Now let's see how we're gonna do against Vapor. I don't remember Vapor being that much of a pain in episode 1 run through, but presumably things will have changed at least a little bit. That reminds me so much of Shovel Knight and the fucking Polar Knight boss for some reason. A lot of this game had reminded me of Shovel Knight, but I'm sure most of it just to do with the you know, the whole thing with Shovel Knight being basically a modern indie tribute to classic challenging platformers in this style. It's like anything, Castlevania was the one that came first. Shit. Okay, pretty sure I should be playing it smart here and fucking, you know, taking down those spitting guys, but why would I do that when I can just cheese the... Why am I not dead yet? I am not dead yet, yeah. Because I do remember we need to have the second phase to deal with still. The crotch face. Oh boy. You're just gonna make yourselves... Okay, I was gonna say, are those shots gonna come down or something, and apparently yeah, they are. Okay, yeah. Pretty sure we're gonna be fine. We just cheese the damage this way. We're gonna be dead before we run out of its ability. But let's briefly bring out Sangetsu to tank any potential hits, even though there are no hits. Is it suicide attack in this particular phase yet? That seemed like it was pretty much exactly the same as in episode 1, that's weird. That fight. There we go. Brings us to, I suppose, the point after episode 4, or stage 4. Episode 2, but like I said, since it's been a while and since I might very well do the rest of this episode on stream. I don't know what's gonna be next after this. And we have been going for a while, and I'm actually a little bit later than I thought it was gonna be. I'm gonna be calling it here for today, I guess. I think I'm actually gonna be playing this on, well, tomorrow, basically. Or at least for a little bit. I don't know if there's anything else that I would want to spend some time on. Guess we'll try to at least get to the end of the second episode tomorrow. Probably be much less of a headache. I'm kind of dreading the, you know, the ending of fucking chapter 6 or stage 6 still. With the little changes that I noticed, I do trust that it will be significantly less painful than in the first time we went through it, because goddamn. Going through the entirety of episode 1 with with the regular difficulty, I guess, the veteran difficulty, that was actually pretty painful. But we did eventually persevere and get through it, but I don't know if I can do it, if I can do that more than once in, like, quick succession, a short span of time, because goddamn, that was something that I don't look back upon with very fond eyes. But I guess we'll figure out how that's gonna go. Yeah, I say as if there was any significant doubt, but I guess there's always the possibility of that not being the case somehow. But I guess I'll cover my bases by saying that is the current plan, and unless anything goes phenomenally wrong or something unexpected crops up, should be returning Curse of the Moon 2 episode 2 tomorrow, and see if I can finish at least that episode, because I don't know if I'm going to be finishing all the other episodes on stream, like I said, because I didn't finish all the other episodes, all the episodes period. Of course, the Moon one on stream, because the last one was just a little too challenging. But I'm pretty sure I tried to do it on my own, and I didn't even have all the will to do it there. But we'll try to finish episode 2 for sure. See what happens, and to see what the other episodes are going to be, because it definitely looks like there's going to be more than 2 in this game. So 3. But for now, I'm gonna go over to the end of stream section, I guess, and also turn on the stream playlist again. As I get a raid ready, stick around for that for just a few more minutes. And yeah, Spot is here. I wonder who that could be. But... well, we got a last minute hydrate redemption here. So I'm gonna quickly... oh hey, all the ice is melted in my thing, so it's probably a good time to hydrate when it gets to temperature. It's actually pretty good. And I actually repurposed the towel of mine into an actual working coaster, so that freaking condensation doesn't keep going everywhere, which is a problem that I used to have. And I think someone actually gave me a coaster once that's a fucking useless coaster because it's just like a bunch of wooden planks stitched together and not stitched together very closely, so it just spills through the gaps in the wood and the wooden table anyway. Condensation, so it's a useless coaster. But apparently someone thought it would be a good idea to make it, so I have that in my possession, but apparently not using it as a coaster. But yes, like I said, gotta prepare a raid, a quick raid. I think I know who it's gonna be today already. Let's see. We got Otter Puppy Team playing Apex Legends. We got Labrilla playing Dragon Age Origins. We got Coffin Cat playing Dead by Daylight. A couple other people I know, but I think who I'm gonna be raiding today is... let me see if I can spell this right, because it's a funky phonetic name. Hope I'm doing this right. I'm gonna be raiding Gamer Girl Sammy, and yep, correct icon popped up, so that tells me that that's probably, I probably did it right. Who is playing Resident Evil 4, I think for the first time, and who is pretty much nearly done with the game there, so... I think she's also gonna be trying to get through the episodes and stuff that's in the HD version. That does remind me, did I ever do that? I did play through like all the Resident Evil stuff some time back. That didn't see version of RE4, but I think I did try it at least. There's like 3 bonus episodes in that. There's Separate Ways, there's Assignment Theta, and I think there's one more. I don't remember what the other one is though. Maybe we'll find out tonight, but yes, you'll take it easy. I thank everybody for coming like always. Thanks for chatting. I repeat chat, and I will be seeing you tomorrow in all likelihood with more Curse of the Moon 2, the end of episode. Until then, I will see you later, which is kind of implied, so that immediate segue doesn't quite work, but just go with it.